Yeshiva Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom,
with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on
I didn't win my Paul McCartney lottery, shockingly.
What does that mean?
I can't go to the show. I want to go to the show this Friday.
Right.
Because then I could just go down there, take my kid. It's in Santa Barbara. She's never been. What a cool place to spend a weekend with your kid. Come back Sunday, leisurely. Media Day Monday.
No football game?
No. It's a road game this weekend.
Where's all that money you're sending for travel?
Going to the food, apparently, because we keep getting pictures of her food. That's her.
Oh, man, I'm out of cash.
Could have done all of Media Day Monday.
Yeah.
Golf and guitars on Tuesday.
But?
Well, now I got to go down Monday, fly out of Media Day, get down there, jam over to USC, go to USC, from USC to Palm Springs, 2 hours away, watch the show, drop her back off at USC probably around 1 in the morning, go to my sister's house, fall asleep, fly back the next day, no golf and guitars. There's no flights that can get me back in time. I do not.
Are you doing the show from there Tuesday?
I don't know. I've not decided that yet. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. I was really, really, really hoping to not gotcha. for many reasons. I just named them all. So those reasons that I just named.
Does it, I know this is on air meeting. Does it change things if I'm out next Tuesday?
Are you out next Tuesday?
I'm just asking if it changes things.
I'm
not.
It would definitely.
No, I'm here.
Okay. Aren't you? You're gone at some point, though,
it's
soon.
It's a Friday, 10th, 11th?
Friday. I'm glad you brought that. I'm glad you 10th? Brought that up 11th? Because, the Friday.
9th?
Because why did that click in my head for some reason? Jason.
10th.
Wait, and aren't you gone like the 13th or something too?
No.
Why do I have you gone on the 13th? Monday the 13th. You're not gone.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
We're doing our on-air meeting?
Yeah.
No, but I think that one's an interesting one, if I'm not mistaken.
Because that would be interesting if you're gone on Thursday. Oh, wait, we're off, right? Columbus Day?
The 10th. Oh, yeah. The 13th. No. I'm going to technically be here. You know what 13th is for me? Cameras in certain places they shouldn't be.
Don't you have one of those every year?
No.
Oh, no.
This is my second colonoscopy ever.
Ugh.
But it's that day. I even asked the doctor because I know I've done it once, the pre-prep and all that stuff. I said, I have a thing that I do in the morning that's live. And I was basically told, he's like, ooh, is there any way you could do it? I mean, as long as you're comfortable and would be willing to leave the
Jason
show.
Ross live from the toilet.
So I might be doing that one from home.
Okay.
But I'm planning on working.
No, that's good. I think I might have to leave early though. That's okay. That's Phil's golf tournament.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I might have to leave early for other reasons.
yeah, good point.
Not leave.
Yeah,
but
just hold it. You hold your laptop. Hold it with one hand. Sploosh. You can get them sponsored.
But I am doing the for YouTubers the colonoscopy live on
that is fantastic. Yeah. We actually
anyway. So yeah, just the Friday before.
You know, I know enough about our software we use, StreamYard, to where we actually pay for the version where you can for example, there's a way where I could get my iPhone camera as a third camera. Like if I had sound and I wanted to go outside, I could actually take the camera and do stuff, right?
What was this?
That was the microphone.
Oh.
I wonder if that could work for the camera they use for your colonoscopy.
Yeah.
And just like it's you and me, and then the third one is.
I mean, the colonoscopy's later, but we could do like a recorded hit for the next day.
Would you do a remote live from your own colon? Hey, it's Jason Ross coming to you live.
Stinky.
Yeah,
cleaned out.
Yeah. That got me.
That got me too.
Well, good luck with that.
And loopy version is kind of fun.
It is kind of fun. That's gonna
What's
be
up, Dave?
Yeah. There won't be
Are
any.
you on goofball pills or something?
In fact, I am.
And the end of our conversations won't be. All right, talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well.
Okay.
Let's just get right to this. So I had a really interesting moment this morning.
This morning already?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Skunky?
No. So I used to be a big time reader when I was younger, and
it's fun.
I would generally get my parents hand me down books that they would read, right? So like my mom would read like Clan of the Cave Bear and stuff like that, and my dad was always into like nonfiction, right? So like Lee Iacocca's biography and stuff like that.
Stuff.
Just super great for like an 8-year-old, and so like I'm reading, And there's one book I read of his a couple of times because it was really entertaining. And it was a book on fatherhood that he got, right? What are you looking at me like that for?
I know a famous comedian that.
So there was a line in the book that I always remembered because I remember talking to him about it. And in the book, the author said, if my children's favorite question is, Dad, can I? My favorite answer is, yes, you may, which is kind of a double entendre in my brain, or it was a fork, because on one hand, it was kind of funny because he was doing my mom is the world heavyweight champion of correcting English. Like it's just her favorite thing.
Undefeated.
Occasionally I'll let that slip through with my kids, though I try to fight it. But the other part, I remember going to my dad and saying, because this certainly isn't my dad. So I was like, Dad, read this passage here. Like, what's going on there? You don't ever say yes to anything I ask. And he was like, because I'm not a moron. And then he gave me this whole speech about like
in the book.
It was not. And so my dad gave me his version of his book, which was in his brain, which was, I'm not your friend. I'm your dad. That was a big line of his growing up that I've used a lot too. I'm not your dad. I'm not your friend. Hello. I'm not your friend. I use that on Mason all the time.
You are the father.
I am not your friend. I am your dad. And and blah, blah, blah. So basically he tore apart the guy. It's like, his kids are going to grow up being spoiled. Like, what are we doing? So anyways, so I've used that, born off out of that conversation. I've used the "I'm not your friend, I'm your dad" line. And I was talking to Avery yesterday about something, and I was like, "Look, this is the dad part now. Like, you gotta, she was missing on a couple of things." And then I was like, "Wait a minute!" I had this flash this morning. I was like, "Hold on a second." And I started like going down this memory hole, right? And I had this revelation, of which Chris immediately arrived at. I think about 40% of my parenting is based on the book Fatherhood by Bill Cosby. Like, I read the book a couple times as a kid.
I think there's good messages in
there. There were. It's just, it's I don't know if ironic, so ironic's not the right word, but when I read the book, he was America's dad.
Correct.
There, again, it's a generational thing, but anyone over 35 knows there was a time when Bill Cosby was arguably the most popular person in America. Everybody wanted a dad like Bill Cosby. Every dad wanted to be a dad like Bill. That's just how it was. It sounds hilarious now. Well, maybe not hilarious, but it sounds crazy now. But back then, that was a big freaking deal. And he wrote a book called Fatherhood. and he was on the cover in one of his Cosby sweaters and a smile and all that. And that was one of the books I read. And to this day, there are things in that book that I think subconsciously I put in my memory banks when it came time to be a dad. And then I had this like crisis of conscience because I was like, oh God, like I literally like this is a true statement. This is 100% a true statement I'm about to make. Bill Cosby has partially influenced how I raise my children. That's
not good.
That is right. Like that is a factual statement. But like you said, there are things in the book that there are good. There are really good messages. There's also not great messages, but it's not like, any of the horrible things he allegedly, I don't know. Do I still say that? Cause he was convicted, right? I don't know what the rules are. I'll just keep saying allegedly, did, it's not like that was in the book.
Right.
So anyways, that was a weird moment this morning. I was like, all right. And then I started thinking about, and this is where you guys, I would love your opinion. I think the best era of movies in world history or American history is between 1987 and 1994. I went down this rabbit hole. And I think 1989 might actually be the best year. And I know that's off the top of my head and I'm surprising you with it, but I think it is. I think it's the best 7 years. I don't know that you can find a better 7-year stretch. I was just looking like, I don't know what happened and it really got me thinking, like, when I say I don't know what happened, is that like an old man thing where you go, they don't make music movies like you used to?
Yes.
It is an old man thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So are they making movies just as good as back then, but those are the movies that stick with me because of the time frame?
I mean, Oppenheimer was huge.
Yeah. I'm not saying they don't make any good movies.
What were the good movies?
So I was like, let me just, I would love to find, let me see. I have this. Do I still have it up on my phone? I think actually. Here we go. I'm just in no order. Films of 1989, literally no order. Okay. So like Major League, right? Okay. Say Anything, Sex, Lies, and Videotape, My Left Foot, The Fabulous Baker Boys, Heather.
Okay. So you're just saying movies, not
what?
I thought you were saying like historical movies.
I thought so too.
Historical?
You said like war and historical movies.
Oh, I'm sorry. What I was saying,
like movie history.
I think I say like in modern history.
I was thinking you're going like
the way you said it was like, yeah, I thought you're going to be.
Oh no, I meant like in the history of cinema.
Oh wow.
I think 87 to 94 is the best stretch.
Okay, now you got a little bit of my attention.
And I think 89.
I think 1994 might be like one of the best years.
It is. No, it 100% is. Let me finish with 89 here. Heather's, Glory, Parenthood, The Little Mermaid, Do the Right Thing.
That looked good too.
Born on the 4th of July, Rain Man, The Abyss, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, When Harry Met Sally, Field of Dreams, Dead Poets Society, Casualties of War, Lethal Weapon 2, Driving Miss Daisy, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Batman. That's 1989. That's just 89. Like that's insane to me. And again, it's like, well, are they still having that? Did that happen 3 years ago?
There's a real reason why we don't have years like that anymore.
Yeah. It's like, well, are you talking about like box office writing and sequels and
there's no like mid-budget movies anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I don't
streaming, pandemic, like different factors, some stuff goes straight to or just goes to streaming.
It does.
Things are barely in the theaters
I just got
also TV got really good.
Yeah, that is probably. I mean, honestly, that might be a big part of it too.
The golden age of TV, really.
Right, like we a lot of these writers are doing TV stuff now because
what's crazy, I think if you look at the 94 Oscar nominations, and it's like every movie you could say should be in like Best Picture.
So, in no particular order.
What year is this?
This is 94. Okay. Hoop Dreams. Quiz Show. I think Quiz Show is so underrated. It's so good. Speed. God, it's one of those foofy lists.
Shoot the hostage.
Lion King, Pulp Fiction, 4 Weddings and a Funeral. It's a hell of a stretch right there. Clerks. Shawshank. Shawshank Redemption. The Crow. Clear and Present Danger. Mask. The Client. Forrest Gump. The Professional. That was that Natalie Portman, right?
Yeah.
And Vlade.
The Ref. It was the Santa Claus. I mean, this is a weird list, so I know it's missing a bunch.
Little Big League.
Little Big League. Lassie. That was huge.
That was was that in 94?
It was,
That
it was, yeah.
What got me?
So,
I mean, these are like good movies to watch, but are they
epics?
Yeah. I mean, some are. But
Some are. It's just like almost every
it's a
movie.
volume.
Right. And there's
Volume.
just the bench was so deep.
Yeah.
It seems like you could have gone to the movies and seen like 3 movies a week.
Yeah.
100%. And they're all like, so like The Untouchables, A Few Good Men, and I think The Matrix came out then, right? Or no, was that a little bit later?
99.
99, sorry. But I don't know what it was, man. Like if you take a movie like A Few Good Men and you take a movie like Big, I don't know how to say this, but they were like shot very similar to me. There's something about those 2 movies. And I'm talking about like the scene where Josh Baskin, maybe it's an East Coast thing, but it's fall and little Josh Baskin and Big is walking through, the leaves of New York. Same thing with Harry Met Sally, which again, I know is another New York based movie or East Coast based movie. But there was something about the soundtrack, the cinematography, and the look. Same thing in A Few Good Men when he's playing softball. Or I'm talking about the outdoor shots more than anything. And I don't know enough about film to know, like, because I saw this thing yesterday. It was Tom Cruise and I forget who the filmmaker was. This was from a couple years ago. I think it was when Maverick came out. And they were doing this PSA on like how to go into your TV and stop it from motion smoothing, I think is what it was called. And they were like, this is not how this is for like sports and stuff. And it's already locked into your TV. Here's how there's literally like, go to Google and put the name of your TV and how to manually stop motion smoothing because it screws the film up. Stuff like that my point is I would never know. I feel like maybe it was a type of film, a type of lighting, a type of framing, but there's something about movies in that stretch where a lot of them had this very calming look and feel to them. And I just wonder, again, that's how I opened this conversation is that truly, arguably, the best stretch of movies of all time where I go, they just don't do that anymore? Or, again, are they still doing that? And you can even bring in TV content as well. I don't care. That's fine. And it's just like how old people feel about their music back in their day.
Well, if you're also talking about visual, all of that was on film and everything now is digital.
It's digital?
Yeah.
Maybe that's part of it. Yeah, that could be a huge part of it. Why don't they do film anymore? Why?
Cost.
Just cost?
Mm-hmm. Like if you're doing everything digitally, it's so much easier to record as much as you can, to
You're not
edit.
like pasting together.
Yeah, you're editing quickly.
You've been here long enough to where did you ever use the reel to reel?
Absolutely.
And did you ever have to like actually?
I made a year-end show
That's wild.
and cut, paste, put it together. And so it was like highlights and clips and voiceover, and it took me forever. But it was really fun, actually.
Jason, you describing that, it's like it doesn't even feel like we're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Because you're not.
Yeah, we're not doing the same thing.
And it wasn't like it was, in the 60s. I mean, it was still probably, 95, 6,
Yeah,
7.
it's not like,
there.
you weren't like an 18, whatever the hell.
But it was the 1900s.
It was. That's crazy.
That, and then, you were around for carts. And like
I
that
was around
different.
at the very end of carts. I was at my first job, especially as using, for those of you who don't know what carts are, think of It's like an 8-track tape.
What's an 8-track?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Look it up.
But I remember at that point I was pretty fluent, let's say, in that stuff. And I remember we got this thing called an RCS machine back then.
Yeah.
And some people were doing
RCS
stuff on there. I'm like, what is that? Like, how?
Right.
That's going to take me forever to learn. And it wasn't that hard. And then things have all Adobe and all that other stuff.
It is funny how things have evolved. I remember Don Geronimo. He had these big, I don't know what the hell they're called. They were called instant replays.
Mhm.
Remember with the buttons on
Yep.
it, and you had to get the special cord to plug into your computer, and then you download sound effects or clips, and then you load them in. And one of my jobs was to do that. Like, remember when? This shows you how times have changed. Remember when Mel Gibson went crazy back in like the 2010s or whatever, right? And he, like, the phone calls he'd make to
Gosh.
So like I get in the morning, I have to get in at like 4 a.m. and he would have texted me the night before, like, hey, I want like 12 Mel Gibson clips. So I'd have to cut them all up, then load them into the instant replay, then label the instant, so he could just come. And it's just like, now, it's everything's on the computer. Like Chris was cutting something yesterday from a clip I played of something I remember that had my name in it. And I was just in there. He's like, bloop, 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 bloop. Okay, now it's part of our David. Now it's part of our sound effects. Who is this in the chat? Says Andrew says 2001 is the best year for movies.
Okay.
Well, let's check it out. Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. I will say I think those are some of the great. I think history.
Matt George.
I know you like Harry Potter.
I think those are some of the greatest movies in the history of cinema. Full stop. That's me. I'm biased, so with them so far. Shrek.
Okay,
that's a pretty big franchise. Beautiful Mind, Oscar winner, Russell Crowe. Training Day, Oscar winner. I'm talking about actor. There's Oscars in that movie. Moulin Rouge. One of my favorite movies of all time, yet I'm on an island here. The Others with Nicole Kidman. I love that movie. I think that movie's fantastic. Zoolander.
What's weird is like going back to it now. It's like,
really?
Yeah, it's just because there's been
a long time.
Well, you're not a horror person.
That's true.
So there's been so much built up to where it's like, oh, this is kind of like a.
It's a I love that movie because it's not a classic scary. It isn't. There's scary parts to it, no doubt, but it just has this feel to it, this daunting aura, and then the end there's a little twist.
I will say with their twist, it's one of those things like when you go back and watch, it's like, okay, you're seeing it all. There's some movies that are good to see back with the twist.
I don't know how rewatchable that movie is. You're right. Mulholland Drive, Harry. Oh, wow. This guy's got I don't think it's the greatest year of all time, but holy crap. You had the Harry Potter franchise, the Lord of the Rings franchise, and the Shrek franchise all starting in the same year.
No, it's sad. Now that I'm looking at this, there is so the top 10 grossing films of 2001.
Yeah. Blow, Black Hawk Down, and Donnie Darko.
There is only one movie that was a standalone. All the rest are like sequels or the first ones of a franchise.
Hannibal's probably in there.
Pearl Harbor.
Too. Oh, Pearl Harbor.
So like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Shrek, Monsters Inc., Rush Hour 2, The Mummy Returns, Pearl Harbor, Ocean's 11, Jurassic Park 3, Planet of the Apes.
It's a freaking pretty good stretch of box office right there. Monsters Ball, which Halle Berry win the Oscar.
Make me feel good.
I remember the whole thing about Monsters Ball. I was far younger back then. Is the whole? I feel like the entire underground publicity for it was like Halle Berry's naked. Or no, wait, it wasn't that one. It was what was the one with John Travolta?
Swordfish.
That one. That was like the entire marketing campaign for Swordfish. Bridget Jones's Diary. You know what movie came out that year that did not do well that everyone thought was going to destroy? It was AI. Remember that with Steven Spielberg and Haley Joel Osment? Yeah, and it just didn't. I think Robin Williams was in that, wasn't it? No, Jude Law. It's a pretty good year. I'm not going to lie. Bridget Jones's Diary, I think I said that. It's a pretty good year.
Not bad.
I don't think it's the best.
Yeah.
But if somebody thought it,
Ocean's 11 was the best of that batch.
Ocean's 11's a fun movie.
Phenomenal. Great rewatch.
It is.
Always rewatch that.
Ocean's 11 is just like, I don't know how to describe this other than this way. Maybe my favorite song, like we were talking the other day about like beautiful spring or fall day, you're in a convertible, what's your playlist? And like maybe my number one song is I Was Made to Love Her by Stevie Wonder, right? To me, that's a song you put on, and from the jump, you're just like, I feel good about everything in my life, and I'm going to have fun. Like, I feel like Ocean's 11 is the movie version of a song like that, whereas the soundtrack behind it, the rhythmic acting, everything that's in it, the humor, like it's just a fun. You can't not have fun watching that movie.
I agree.
I'm with you. And really, honestly, the sequels weren't bad either. Yeah. They weren't, We'll take a break. All right. Well, that's probably the most fun we're going to have on this show today, especially if you're Niner fans. My goodness gracious. Dear Lord Almighty. Can we just figure our lives out?
Undefeated.
We got a lot to talk about Niners wise. By the way, that wasn't the only injury, devastating injury in sports. We'll talk about that. We have friends joining us like Sean Salisbury. He will join us just after 8 o'clock. We got a lot to get to, Jason. You ready?
I'm ready.
You all stretched out? You good to go?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Carmichael, Dave, Jason, Russ, Christopher Law. We'll be right back.
The only place you'll find Malik Monk is Sacktown Sports.
Oh my, what an athletic move that time by Malik Monk.
Hey Sacramento, it's Malik Monk, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Your Tuesday starts out pretty nice. Before the afternoon, we're going to be heating up. Expect to have plenty of sunshine, light winds out of the west, and temperatures this afternoon close to record heights. Across the valley, expect upper 90s to about 100 degrees. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
At Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. Whether you purchase a new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, Elk Grove Honda has the right Honda at the right price. In the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard, or elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-838-6767. That's 800-838-6767.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part, they accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice,
Don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson. Paid for by Action Matters.
Attention former and present inmates of women's prisons in California. If you are currently or were an inmate of Central California Women's Facility in Chowchilla, also known as Chowchilla Women's Facility, Valley State Prison for Women in Chowchilla, Institute for Women in Chino, or Folsom Women's Facility in Represa, and were a victim of sexual abuse, now is the time to come forward, as you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. If you were an inmate at any of these prisons at any time and were subjected to sexual abuse from staff members, you may be entitled to substantial cash compensation. Call our California Women's Prison Helpline now at 800-408-1240. The deadline to file a claim may be close. Call now to get the justice, closure, and the financial settlement you deserve. Even if it was long ago, call our law firm's Women's Prison Sexual Abuse Helpline right now at 800-408-1240. 800-408-1240. 800-408-1240.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
David?
I forgot. Hi.
Are you here?
I forgot to.
Can you hear me?
Put in the. That was the clip he was recording. I forgot to put in the rundown. If we get to a point, some point, if we get time today, if we get a spare moment. That's what I love about this year. There's too much content. I gotta talk about my weenus of the day, Brandel Chambly, Golf Channel analyst.
The game of golf.
I mean, it's really, and if you guys aren't into golf out there, it's not so much about golf. It's more about like people that are just wieners, just wienery,
okay,
wienerish, wienerific, just saying stuff just to say it, and they're dumb, and I don't like it. So, at some point, yeah, hey, why not? In the meantime, it's baseball time. Safe or out? Question mark.
Not to beat a dead team, but safe or out. Last night's loss to the Cardinals ended any hopes at the wild card for the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, look, they were already not going to do it, barring a miracle. But yeah, at this point, we can just move on.
Yeah,
and maybe say this. I've been trying to, the sad thing or the tough thing is that sometimes surprising performances, then they morph into expectations. If you'd have told me last winter, that the Giants would be contending for the wild card in mid to late September, I would not really have believed you. Or if you'd have asked me, hey, do you think they will? I would have said, no, I don't think so. This is kind of a transition year. Buster's trying to get, his feet on the ground. I would say still, I think most Giants fans would agree that them being in the neighborhood of 500 this year is not something that we thought was going to happen this year. So from that point of view, I don't know about a successful season, but I would say a lot of good things happened. That being said, there was a time this year in a nice long stretch where it really did look like they would do something interesting. So hopefully some more hope for next year.
Yeah, I mean, I think this was still some building blocks and things like that. And technically, they are still alive, but it's just slip sliding away. Too many teams to leapfrog. There's a lot of teams in play in the National League, and they're one of them. But I feel like I thought they were done a long time ago. They got back in the race, to their credit, but I think they've had a window here, and they just really haven't played that well.
No, they haven't.
So they missed an opportunity to maybe sneak in.
They have not answered the bell.
Yeah.
Number 2, please.
Cal Raleigh, as of yesterday, is the new slight favorite to win the AL MVP. Say for out, you would be okay with co-MVPs.
I want you to answer that first.
Okay.
Would you be?
Because
you hate ties.
I do. I don't know how. I mean, literally, I don't know how.
I don't
would
think they can
exactly get the same amount of votes and numbers. I mean, I would be shocked by that.
I was thinking Jason Kidd, and Grant Hill.
Yeah.
But
I mean, look, his season's been MVP worthy. Judge's season has been MVP worthy. I think it's really going to come down to what are you as a voter looking for? And I would say both are checking the boxes. And to me, I told you where I've switched a little bit, at least more in Raleigh's favor lately, not over Judge, but to boost him up, is they could be the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Like before, I thought they might miss or get 6th, and they still could have that happen. That's where it's weird. Like there's 6 days to go. He still had a phenomenal season. He could help them in the last week get to 1. He could hurt them. I don't think it would be his fault.
Right.
Like they could miss the playoffs. I don't think that's going to happen. But same for Judge. Judge could still be the 1 seed. Yankees could miss.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's weird to say, but it feels like it's still down to the last 6 days.
Yeah.
And then do you look to the extended numbers? Do you put, like, I was looking even at Raleigh's catching, like, the benefit for him is he's a catcher.
Yeah.
And some have said, well, Judge is DH. Well, it's not just a DH. He plays outfield.
Yeah.
But Raleigh DH is a decent amount, but he is a catcher. But I guess if we go into the minutia, his catcher stats this year, like defensively, aren't as good as they were a year ago, where he's like a gold glover.
Yeah.
But I'm like, all right, well, I'm not going to penalize him. Like, he's a catcher.
Yeah. No, I get it.
I don't know. It's just, what are you looking for?
It's tough. Someone's going to have a really good case as to why they should have won MVP. It's rough. It's too bad they both can't. And you're right. It's going to come down to this week, because when we get these emails from odds makers that tell us this stuff, and I saw that right after the show. When I say Cal Raleigh's the new favorite, I mean by a hangnail.
Yeah.
Like a hangnail. Aaron Judge is basically, if you bet $100, you get $100. With Cal Raleigh now, you have to bet $130 to get $100. I mean, it's right there. So a lot can change.
I was thinking about this. In 25 years from now, when the seasons are all done, no matter how it ends, it might be harder to explain to someone why Cal Raleigh didn't win than Judge.
I think it would be. And I think part of that, and this is going to depend on what Cal Raleigh does over the next few years, but part of the problem with Judge, and this is where I'm on Aaron Judge's side, because this is a pet peeve of mine. We dealt with this with Nikola Jokic. I don't like the idea of this. It's like judging in boxing. If one fighter is winning every round and then there's an even round, judges will tend to give it to the fighter that has not won the round yet, or is not winning, just because the mind wants to even things out. So what I don't like is there will be some voters here that the tiebreaker will be Aaron Judge has won MVPs. He's probably going to win an MVP in the future. Cal, this might be his only shot. Let's give it to him. What all think. I get it.
Yeah.
That's just a natural way to think. But every year should be its own chapter in a book.
Yep.
And I think if Cal Raleigh wins it, I think it'll be deserved. But I also think that will play a little bit of a part. I don't like that. Third base.
Over in the National League, safer out. Any talk of Kyle Schwarber being MVP is just silly.
I've seen this online a little bit, and none of this is any sort of meant as any sort of disrespect to Kyle Schwarber, who full stop is having a wonderful, wonderful season and deserves all kinds of accolades. But come on, dude. Like, just go. No. To me, there is no case for Kyle Schwarber. And he's not, by the way. He's not going to. But there is no case in my mind for Kyle Schwarber to win MVP over Shohei Ohtani.
Anyway, I mean, I don't think he will, but if they got some work to do, what if they end up as the 1 seed? I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. And
No,
he's
I
had
hear
a
ya.
monster year, but I mean, it's not him. He's second. He's a solid second in the MVP.
Yes, yeah.
He's had a phenomenal year.
I couldn't agree with you more. He is having a phenomenal year. He's a solid second. But I think it's what is it? Home run and RBI. He's ahead of Ohtani, not by a lot. It's almost like the Raleigh Judge thing, but even crazier. Like, and Ohtani just annihilates him in every other category.
Yeah,
and. Oh, yeah, and then the Ohtani pitching thing, if you want to factor that in or not. But, yeah, the Raleigh Judge, that's a good, fun conversation. Schwarber Ohtani, is not a fun conversation. We'll take a break. When we return, a big injury in the National Basketball Association. And there was some football yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take our first look at a surprising to most, dare I say, a large majority of folk from last night's Monday Night Football. We'll get to that next.
The Alan Styles Show.
Brock's bro, Chubba, he's on Nevada and wasn't great. Why didn't we ever hear about him? You answered your own question, Jeff, because he's not very good. Look, man, it's your 5th year at UNR. You are now Preston, not calling you Chubba. How old is he?
He is 24 years old, a 6th-year starter, never won a college football game.
We use your government name.
You can listen to the Alan Styles Show Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on 1140 a.m., YouTube, and the Sacktown Sports app.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning? RV wins! Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping? RV wins! Are we getting a new passport or cruising up the coast? RV wins!
Don't forget, you got that trip to Sweden coming up.
Oh, yeah, passport, then RV.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates, other insurers, not available in all states and situations.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com
I'm ready!
and get ready for the workday.
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A-plus Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal, you should feel better about that. Or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Let's go! You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your team and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The deals are on now at the model year-end sales event at Balsam Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save on year-end models and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140
on Sacktown Sports.
Look. Yeah, if anybody out there has a pair of Paul McCartney and Santa Barbara tickets to sell for this Friday, I'm your guy.
Is it outdoors and arena?
It's outdoor. It's like the Santa Barbara Bowl. Yeah,
I mean, you don't need tickets.
Yeah, you can be in the general area.
I gotta get on. I gotta get online later. That's actually not the worst idea I've ever heard. My daughter turns 18 a week from Sunday, and we were just talking about this during the break. So I have tickets to go see. She's never seen Paul McCartney. That's her favorite. It's a shared. My favorite too. So the whole idea, he starts his tour this coming Monday in Palm Springs. And then go down there. But we were just talking during the break. That's also King's Media Day. I wouldn't be able to do any of that. I can't responsibly. It would just be completely irresponsible to go as much as I want to take her. And then the other option would be to take her in about a month. There's a show in New Orleans, but that's on a Tuesday. So she'd effectively have to miss 3 days of classes. I'd probably have to miss like 1 or 2 shows. She'd have to miss like 3 days. It just doesn't make sense. But, he's also like 84. Like,
I paid my taxes.
Right? This is either his last go or the next time he does go on tour, he's going to be like, where's Argent Bibber's Lonely Hearts Club Band? And then
instead of how he is now.
And then every
4-year-old man.
He's great.
He is great.
And they'll do the thing where it's like,
wait, so when did you see him, Jason?
I guess now it's been 10 years ago.
Were you at that show too?
74.
Did we talk? We've talked about that. We must.
Did you go the very first night or the second?
First
night?
night.
I was the second.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, the opening of Golden One. God, that was such.
I was the same idea. I'm like, well, I've never seen him. I got to go, and I'm really glad I did.
I saw him in 2018.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
At Austin City Limits.
Wasn't he good?
That's
fine.
Super fine.
He's fine.
I thought he was great.
The guy comes out. I'm sure the shows were very similar, if not exactly the same.
Like 3 hours long.
It was,
but not in like
his
this
first
is 3 hours long.
His first go was like 3 hours and 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. Then he does an encore. And then he did a second encore. And all I remember is like his second encore was like, Yesterday, Let It Be, and Hey Jude. Like, how are you beating that?
Yeah.
Blanking in the bushes.
Blinking in the bushes. Oh, blanking.
I was just waiting for Chris to name 3 Oasis songs. Well, that's how you beat it.
I hope it works out for you.
I hope it does too. I told her about that. I mean,
their encore was Live Forever, Wonderwall, into Champagne Supernova.
Wow, okay.
So what do they do in the rest of the show?
What other songs are there?
Where was the meat and potatoes?
I don't know. I still think Jet versus Oasis is a great conversation, but Chris doesn't want to have that.
The Jets?
No, Jet. Not the Jets. Jets are that's hey.
I got a crush on you.
On the field, I think the Jets have Oasis. Even with Fields out.
Got a crush on you. Hold on. Hold on. I found out I got a crush on you. This is so great.
Banger.
Oh, someone's trying to trigger me. Overcommitter on the YouTube chat says the song All Around the World by Oasis is butt. You know what?
It's fine.
He's butt.
Oh, got him.
Yeah, he's cheeks, as the kids say.
They do?
I don't know. Fred VanVleet's knee is cheeks. That's what the kids would say.
That stinks.
As yeah. That's just signed a 2-year, $50 million extension. And
they went for it this summer, which they should. They got a really good team.
They do. And he is a vital cog of that team.
That is a spot that they are not that deep in. Like, they've got depth on the roster, but I would say they're not flourishing in point guards. They got others, but that's going to do literally some damage to them.
No, it really will. And let me see here. I don't want to.
Yeah, I know we're getting to it later.
Yeah, I don't want to steal too many takes from both three and then we're gonna talk about this later as well. But I don't necessarily. Oh, it's a bad thing for Fred. It's a bad thing for the league. It's a bad thing for the Rockets. Full stop.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think there's an opportunity here for the Rockets that could work out and end up. It's like one of those things where in life where you're like, this really bad thing happened to me, but actually, like, hey, I got fired from the station, but you know what? I got mornings when I can't. It's one of those things where it's never going to make the one thing better. I think I was looking at the roster and I remembered something, and I actually think there's an interesting opportunity here for the Rockets. That being said, it's a huge loss. Point guards are at a premium. I'll get into it now because I don't want to spend too much time on it, and I don't want to make this a part of that conversation, but it's reason number 754 why. And of course, you can't prep for this, but sure, it'd be interesting if the Kings had De'Aaron Fox right now. We're still in that same situation. The premium De'Aaron Fox would have right now around the league is silly. Somebody asked me last night, they said, are you going to be down about this whole season? I said, I'm going to go wherever the team takes me. That's true. I will. I got to get over. How do I get over the Zach LaVine Fox trade? I was thinking about this last night. How do I get over it? I think it's honestly arguably the worst move the Kings have ever made, including drafts, including drafting.
Then if you have that as your backdrop, I don't know that you'll get over it, because let's just say we'll go with that as fact,
which it's not.
It's
an opinion,
but let's just go with it as the masses all agree with you.
Yeah.
How would one, unless Zach LaVine plays like an MVP and they win 50 games and they're a top 4 seed?
I like that.
Then you're probably, hey, this worked out.
I like that outcome. Yeah.
But are you going to be able to look at him in a way that you go, I'm comfortable with him being on this team?
I
very going to constantly punish him.
No.
But how? Okay, let's do this. Let's say I'm just going to pick November 4th. LaVine, I don't even know if the Kings are playing, but LaVine has 13 in a Kings loss.
Mm-hmm.
Same night, Fox has 33, 4, and 12, and the Spurs win.
Yeah.
You're not going to be happy about that.
It will bother that.
And that will happen.
And it will 100% happen.
And you'll probably forget about the game where Fox has like 7 points, 3 assists.
And LaVine had 38 in a win. But it's like, well, yeah, but how about that other night? See, I think you're already leaning the one. And I'm not telling you, but I don't know how you get over it.
I want to grade. None of this is LaVine's fault.
Right.
It's like, I don't know. It's like if I was like, if my wife had a previous marriage, right, and I really hated her ex-husband. Set the screen. She, the kids lived with us, and she had a kid with him or something. Like, I'm not going to blame him. I'm not going to blame the kid because I hate the dad. And I feel like in a weird way, I can't blame Zach LaVine for the inaptitude of the Kings front office. That being said, like, I think I can split I'm going to try to pocket my anger if LaVine's frustrating on him for that. And then that could spiral into it. Oh, by the way, and screw you, front office.
Yeah.
I still want to do that. I I really don't think I've ever looked less forward to a season than I have.
You're mad about a team that hasn't played a game.
100%. I am. I'm already, but a lot of this is lingering anger from last year. And I really want to try to find a way to let that go. Like, I want to be fair to Doug, and I want to be fair to the players. And I want to be fair, especially because I know people don't want to tune in every day and hear me hammering this team.
Well, if they deserve it.
If they deserve it, yeah, exactly.
Like right now, I would say they don't, but that doesn't mean, hey, guys, get ready for a championship run.
Right.
But they haven't played. And even if they start 0-1 and have a terrible, who's the first game? Utah. Or Phoenix.
Oh, it is Phoenix. You're right.
And which I don't think people think are going to be that good. But if the Kings have a terrible loss, that would be bad. But okay, it's one game. Doesn't dictate game 2 or game 3 and so on and so forth.
I'm going to need you this year, buddy.
I'll be here.
I'm going to lean on you.
I'll be there
for you. These 5 words, I swear to you. Bon Jovi.
Yes.
Yeah. Good pull.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. Is there a boy band that says I'll be there for you?
I'm sure.
Okay. When we come back, 3 for Madness. Derrick Henry. Whoops.
Berman.
Yeah, he just fumbled again. John Lynch. And what's on his shoulders, and more Fred Van Vlietness. We'll get to that next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Your Tuesday starts out pretty nice. Before the afternoon, we're going to be heating up. Expect to have plenty of sunshine, light winds out of the west, and temperatures this afternoon close to record heights. Across the valley, expect upper 90s to about 100 degrees. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
At Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. Whether you purchase a new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, Elk Grove Honda has the right Honda at the right price. In the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard, or elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
When I was a kid, I remember my dad, a lineman, leaving in the middle of the night. Families were depending on him to get their power back on to keep them safe and warm. Watching him taught me that this work isn't just about wires and circuits. It's about people and the trust they place in us when the lights go out. That's why I started Maverick Electric Heating and Air, to carry on that same promise of showing up, doing it right, and protecting families when they need us most. Visit callamaverick.com.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Need life insurance but have diabetes, high blood pressure, or on anxiety meds? If you're a 50-year-old male, even porky, or with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of life insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. For affordable term life insurance, call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-444-2013. 800-444-2013 or visit biglou.com. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. 800-444-2013.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Cal Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson. Paid for by Action Matters.
Attention former and present inmates of women's prisons in California. If you are currently or were an inmate of Central California Women's Facility in Chowchilla, also known as Chowchilla Women's Facility, Valley State Prison for Women in Chowchilla, Institute for Women in Chino, or Folsom Women's Facility in Represa, and were a victim of sexual abuse, now is the time to come forward, as you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. If you were an inmate at any of these prisons at any time and were subjected to sexual abuse from staff members, you may be entitled to substantial cash compensation. Call our California Women's Prison Helpline now at 800-408-1240. The deadline to file a claim may be close. Call now to get the justice, closure, and the financial settlement you deserve. Even if it was long ago, call our law firm's Women's Prison Sexual Abuse Helpline right now at 800-408-1240. 800-408-1240. 800-408-1240.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140. 3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right, Sean Salisbury will join us after the 8 o'clock hour. We'll get to Niners news and notes.
Kick it.
Yeah, Sean at 7:28. In the meantime, 3 for Madness, question 1.
Derrick Henry has fumbled 3 times in 3 games. Is this the first sign of him slowing down?
Add that to the playoff fumble last year, too. I don't know. It's like the first real weakness he's shown. And fumbles are weird because you can go forever without fumbling, and then it's almost like football herpes. Like it just flashes up, you know, and I hope for his sake. I mean, look, first ballot Hall of Famer, probably top 5 running back of all time. Certainly, a conversation there. I don't think Derrick Henry's going anywhere. But, dude, like 3 times in 3 games, and that was a huge fumble.
Yesterday. For sure. And I think, it was Troy Aikman that was saying it too. He's like, he needs to move on from that. You could just tell. I mean, it really bothered him, and I understand it. I mean, no one wants to celebrate your mistakes. And, I don't know if that's – look, it was punched out. It wasn't like he was
Aiden Hutchinson
careless or
right.
And I think that can happen. Like, there's just some bad breaks, some funny bounces. The other team recovered it. Sometimes your team recovers it, but that was costly. I don't know if they would have come back at that point. They're only down 4. But, you start to wonder if that's getting into his head. But he's so good. But you could make the case that maybe it cost them 2 games.
Did you see the movie? You remember the movie The Program?
Yeah, of course.
Loosely based on Bobby Bowden's Florida State Seminoles. Not all good, by the way. I think I got the right movie and the right actor. It's been a long time. They had a thing. I think Omar Epps played the freshman hotshot running back. It was going up against a guy. I remember this is a college movie, but I think the guy who was the incoming starter was 42 years old. and was also dating Halle Berry, which Omar Epps, ended up with, along with his starting job. But he fumbled very early. And so James Conn, who played the head coach, was basically, I think the whole thing was like, all right, dude, here's a football. You're carrying it with you everywhere on campus. The rest of the team, you bring back that football. And I can't remember if it was a punishment on Omar Epps or a reward for whoever brought back the football, but basically he had to carry the football around everywhere on campus, everywhere he went for a period of time, and everybody else on the team was trying to sneak up and get him to fumble the football and steal the football from him. And I feel like John Harbaugh should do that with Derrick Henry. Just like, dude, we're going to fix this right now. This lunchtime.
Think that'll work?
I feel like maybe Derrick Henry wouldn't react too well to it. Guy's made like $100-something million in his career. He's a grown man. He's a Hall of Famer. You're going to make him do it, but I'll bet you it'd work.
Do you think you and I would have a better chance? Because, like, if we saw Derrick Henry, when we do all the times we see him in the streets, we're just sneak up on him and punch the ball out. Because he's like, I'm looking for my teammates. Or
right, and then we just come up.
Here, these two guys.
My thing is, like, even at I think the best chance would be to come up from behind him and, like, make a fist. And like just go bloop from behind him and just try to get it to pop out, right? Hello. But I think even if we were successful, I would just be so scared as to what happened next that I would not want to do it.
Well, you got to recover the ball.
Jason, I have never coached football. Fact. But I will tell you, here's what I don't understand. There's actually a foolproof method to prevent him from ever fumbling again. Lamar Jackson hands you the ball. Just put it under your jersey. Just put it under your jersey. Like stuff it down your collar and run with it, and then take it out of your jersey and hand it to the ref. Why don't more players do this? No fumbles. It boggles the mind.
Yeah. You know what? Why haven't you been a coach?
It's a great question. Honestly, lifestyle, wouldn't be able to spend any time with the family. Thought about it.
If that's your game plan, I mean, maybe you do it differently. Some of these coaches are there at like 3 a.m, leave at like midnight.
Like, 9 to 5. If 9 to noon. That's why I have assistants.
Yeah.
Delegation's my friend.
Right.
Also, why not bring the family on the sideline? Belichick doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would Melissa's job be?
Setting screens. Set the screen.
Avery
band. She'd be in charge of the team band and
finances.
Finance and analyst. Financialist. Yeah, he would handle. He'd be the CEO.
Gus
would be the mascot. We would be the let's say it would be the Sacramento Frenchies.
Okay.
Really intimidating.
Gracie would be like the run game coordinator.
Gracie she'd be the one that like bites the football and brings it out, like puts it on the tee.
Okay.
And then Nacho would just be in charge. She'd be security.
Okay.
She'd just glare at people.
Got a system.
Got to move on to number 2. But speaking of, I had a fun moment yesterday. This is why nobody ever buy a Frenchie. Not only did I have to I have this little metal, this flat metal. I don't know what you call it, but I use it like when I chop up onions or veggies or whatever. It kind of scoops it off it's a flat edge. It scoops it off the cutting board, and I can put it in the pan or whatever. I use that to scoop up conservatively about a mile of grass and dog food that Gus barfed, which funny enough,
you use that.
Well, it was the best and easiest way to do it. And then obviously I wash it, put it in the dishwasher and all that, but I had to use something. That was just under. This is what I was doing during Monday Night Football last night. This was just under an hour after I had to put him on the kitchen counter. And I put on a little one of the latex gloves I use for in the kitchen for cooking, and I had to put doggy Neosporin on his beehole and tail. The Frenchies don't have tails, so they get they have nubs, and they get these little skin pockets that can get irritated.
Okay.
So I caught him rubbing his butt continuously up against the edge of the stairs and whining. So I put him up on the kitchen counter so I could take an eye-to-eye look, and he's inflamed, and so I'm sitting there rubbing cream on my dog's rear end. Then I picked up the barf. So again, don't.
What chapter was that in Parenthood?
That was chapter 13. the sacrifices we make. Number 2, please.
Wow, I hated that.
Yes, yeah.
Question 2.
Simply put, the remainder of the season is up to John Lynch.
I think so. And
bless you.
I'm allergic to this.
Yeah.
You just lost a guy that was arguably on track to win Defensive Player of the Year. Nick Bosa is not replaceable. I was already wondering, we talked to Matt Barrows last night. It's the first time I thought, you know what, dude, they're 3-0 through this stretch. Maybe this is the year where they just get healthier and healthier and healthier and build this momentum, right? You can't lose Nick Bosa. You can't lose Nick Bosa. The defense is what was keeping them together. 3rd best scoring against defense in the league. They haven't played the strongest schedule so far, again, other than Seattle. You don't replace Nick Bosa. So you try to do the best you can. I think the most popular move that's been thrown out there, which makes sense, is that with I think another game or two, max, if the Bengals perform like they did over the weekend and it's clear that their season is effectively over with Joe Burrow out, you go after Trey Hendrickson, who has a year left on his deal, and give some. They've got to look around. Like, yeah, if a guy like Micah Parsons was still available, maybe you look at that. But again, you might be able to get a guy like Hendrickson for not a crazy amount. I know we talked over the offseason about if there was somehow some way they could get Myles Garrett, that would be amazing. And I know it's like, I feel like the Yankees or Dodgers right now trying to pick off of everybody else's teams, but that to me is I don't know that they have to get a Myles Garrett or a Micah Parsons to save the season, but I think Niner fans, and I'm not going to be one of those, I think we're absolutely delusional to think that they can survive. They can just keep this 3-0 is a complete mirage. It's a combination of schedule, clutch play, a little bit of luck here and there, and it's awesome. Look, had a lot of bad luck over the years, but not only do I not think they win a Super Bowl, I don't think they make the playoffs unless they do something. This is arguably, other than losing Brock Purdy, the worst thing that could happen to them.
Yeah, I think from the get-go, we said, look, when they have all of those anchor pieces, and we're talking about Bosa, we're talking about Kittle, Purdy, Trent Williams, Christian McCaffrey, like that, and Warner, like those 6 to me they're elite players that are some of the best at football at their positions. And when you lose any part, I think that makes everyone else better. And I think when they have all of that, I think they have potential to be a really good team and maybe a deep playoff team. I don't know that they could win a Super Bowl, but now you take a significant piece away, and you don't have anything else like that on the roster.
Nope.
So I think it's damaging, and I think they need to be aggressive, because I still think this is a window with those other guys that if you hit it right and maybe get even more out of a player that's of Bosa's ability, I think you could kind of, rejuvenate those hopes of it being a Super Bowl team. But I don't know what that move is.
I think there's arguably 2 to 3 guys in the NFL that have Nick Bosa's ability, and we've already mentioned a couple of them. I don't think they're going to be able to pull that off. But if you can just get someone who can adequately fill in, and then maybe the other guys step up, that's blue sky. Incidentally, this is Nick Bosa's 3rd ACL tear, different knees. Had one in high school. This is his 2nd one as a pro. The Niners are 5-10 without Nick Bosa. Now, that's not the only reason. Obviously, you go back and see other things that were going on. The
2020 year was the year of injuries. Right. He was one of them,
He was one of them. I understand for Niner fans, and I don't blame them. It's a whiplash thing. You're sitting here, and your mind is going, well, hold on, man. We're 3-0, and we have been injured, and we're still 3-0. But I think the reality is you played a decent Seattle Seahawks team. They're not going to win a Super Bowl. These aren't the Bills or the Packers or the Ravens or the Lions. They're Seattle. I'd say they're 2nd or 3rd rung. Arizona is going to be almost certainly under 500 or flirting with 500, and New Orleans is one of the worst teams in the NFL, if not the worst team in the NFL. Can they eke out a win against Jacksonville? Probably. As a matter of fact, let's take a look. I haven't yet, Jason. Let's what do you think the Niners are, or if they are, what do you think they're favored by this?
Well, and I haven't looked either, but there might be a chance it's not even up yet just because of injuries.
It's off the board, maybe.
If we're going to assume they have one, Niners 4.5.
Chris?
Niners 2.5.
I was going to say Niners 2.5. I'll say Niners 3.5 just to be fun. Isn't that it is fun. It's fun to say that. All right, let's see. Niners in Jacksonville. You said what, Chris? 3.5?
2.5.
2.5.
I said 3.5. Niners 3.5. I think that's about right. But I do not think they will beat the Rams.
Okay.
Now they beat the Rams. And everybody listening, any Niner fans listening right now getting pissed at me about this. Hey, man, they beat the Rams. Come back at me. Come back at me and say, hey, remember, I'm telling you right now, I commit to this. If they beat the Rams, I'm going to change my tune. I'm going to start saying things like, this might be a team of destiny. I don't know how they're doing it, but I'm just trying to be realistic.
Do they have to beat Jacksonville too and then beat the Rams?
I mean, I probably should say that, but you know what? I'll leave it as maybe they have a scud loss to Jacksonville, and then if they're able to beat the Rams, that's interesting because I think we're going to find out. There's that 4-game stretch, and I still count the Falcons and the Texans as tough outs for this team. The idea is they're both talented. They'll figure it out at least somewhat at some point. But they start this weekend with the Jags, who are not the easy out they usually are. The Jags, and they go to the Rams, then they go to the Bucks. And then they come home for Falcons, Texans before they get the Giants. It's devastating, dude. Yeah. It is devastating losing Joey Bosa or Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
If they had Joey Bosa,
any
Bosa. Yeah. Devastating, but hey, let's enjoy 3-0 right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe 4-0.
Could be.
Number 3.
Question 3.
Fred VanVleet suffered a likely season-ending ACL injury. What does this mean for the Rockets and the league?
What it might mean for the league. Well, first off, the Rockets aren't as good without Fred VanVleet, full stop. It also means that I think the Rockets, unless they get really aggressive, are going to be scanning the league for point guards, which, as the Kings have shown us, is not necessarily easy. Also, the Rockets have some cap issues to deal with, but we might have another player in the Russell Westbrook. It's not a sweepstakes. It's the Russell Westbrook. I don't know. Bingo,
who wants him?
The what?
Who wants him?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden that might be a different home for him. But I will tell you something, Jace, because I was taking a look at the Rockets. And I really think the Rockets are an exciting young team. I love Amen Thompson. He and Dyson Daniels, Shaden Sharp, those guys. I love this next generation of just super studs. They added Durant.
Oh, by the way,
Alperen Şengün, who the Kings could have had, but they don't. I think. I am obsessed with what this means for Reed Shepherd. Reed Shepherd was completely a forgotten man last year. He was a forgotten man last year. And what is really easy to forget is he was the number 3 pick in the draft last year. He's 21. He doesn't turn 22 till June. And generally, Kentucky guards tend to do well in the NBA. I don't know what it was because we saw flashes with Reed Shepherd last year. He had probably 6 or 7 really good games, and then it just kind of went away. And I think part of that is it's not the same thing, but it's a we've seen this before. It's a Jonathan Kuminga situation where you've just got so much talent ahead of you. There's not really room at this point. He's not displacing Fred VanVleet, not at this point in his career. Well, now he's probably going to be their day one starting point guard at 21 years old. Now, also at 21, he's certainly not going to hit his potential, nor should we expect him to. But I think this might, and again, this is blue sky for the Rockets, I think this might actually accelerate the development of Reed Shepherd. And I remember we talked about earlier, bad things can happen and still have great future outcomes because the timeline shifted in your life.
Right.
I think this a blue sky in it for the Rockets, but this has the opportunity for them 3-4 years from now, if that, to look back and go, man, that sucked losing Fred VanVleet, but that really opened the door for Reed Shepherd, and now he's a perennial all-star contending guard. And I think Reed Shepherd has the talent to be a perennial all-star contending guard. He's just got to get the opportunity, number one, and number two, he's got to take the opportunity. Well, he's got it now.
So that's the blue sky part.
Yeah.
What's the, I don't know, I should say the reality. That's not fair because it still could be the blue sky part. But this is a team that thinks it can win a championship.
Yeah, they can.
And and that's, you don't get Durant to be, hey, they were a 2 seed last year. OKC won it, and that was the team to try to catch. I think you get a guy like Durant, you think, hey, with our other talent as we've developed, maybe we can. Maybe we've got enough. Maybe we've got the best player on the floor, the most proven long-term player. So I think everything they've done is to be a champion.
Yeah.
Or compete for that. And I don't know that they can't still attempt that. It just feels like that's an area that might keep them from doing it. And it's too bad. Fred VanVleet's really good. And I think in some of their better playoff games last year, they won because VanVleet was good.
They did.
The nights that he was either bottled up or bothered or had an off night, they weren't as good.
I thought about, and sorry to steal something you're going to ask at 9 a.m., but we can go back over it.
Mm-hmm.
As always, we try to look through everything in purple glasses. So is there a way that the Kings could somehow, this could be advantageous for the Kings? Well, yeah, if they still had De'Aaron Fox, his hometown team that's contending for a championship or wants to no longer has their point guard. I wonder if we could extract a premium for him. Well, to be fair, the answer is probably not. Let's just for a second assume that the Kings had De'Aaron Fox right now, because I know this is going to be a conversation. All right. Who are you getting back?
Well, at this point, so we're doing this exercise.
Yes.
We assume the Kings have Fox.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming now Scott Perry has no interest in dealing. Like if you've made it through a coaching, a general manager change and a summer with that general manager, and at that point your star or one of your star players is still here, you either couldn't deal him, which I don't think that's the case with Fox,
or didn't want to. So
I'm assuming it's that. So
I agree with you.
Now you're in the Kings would be in an advantage position here because Houston is the more desperate team. So I'm swinging away.
Yeah.
Like if Houston's calling and you have De'Aaron Fox at this moment, I'm starting at least with Thompson. Like that's my target for sure, and more.
Yeah.
And if they say no, like I'm good. I
Yeah,
got
that's
De'Aaron
good.
Fox.
God, if they could have swung.
Right? I mean, what are you looking at? I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not interested in a lot of the other. No, that's not fair. There is other stuff I would be interested in.
Right.
You're not trying to get Durant. You're not trying to get.
You're not getting Durant. They're not trading Şengün. Really, their biggest asset would be Amen Thompson. I don't think they would trade him either.
And maybe Jabari Smith.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, I'm really going. I'm hanging up, or just like, guys, sorry, it's a non-start if Thompson's not in it.
Because I think whatever it would take to get De'Aaron Fox, because they're trying to fix the VanVleet situation to win a championship.
They don't want to give up Thompson.
They don't want to give up whoever, because that would the only other thing I could think of is I need to see what their pick situation is, if they own anybody else's picks, because even if the Rockets were going to give you 5 first-rounders for De'Aaron Fox, where are those first-rounders? What are they?
Right. And if I don't remember the Durant deal, I know Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks went in it, but I thought there were some picks in there.
I think you're right.
Yeah, because isn't Phoenix like they were kind of tapped out getting Durant and all that? They were trying to get some back, but
So I don't know how that would benefit the Kings. And then you brought up the question. Do you dangle? Do you ask about Dennis Schroeder just joined this team,
which couldn't be till later, but still could be someone you could deal.
The answer is yeah.
Mhm.
If you can get an asset,
right,
whether it's a draft asset, a salary release. I was looking for some dead type money on their roster, and if there was a way, for example, I went, okay, well, they make about the same amount of money. What if you traded DeMar DeRozan for Fred VanVleet?
Mm-hmm.
They make about the same amount of money. VanVleet's, this is a 2-year extension, so he's got one more year after this one left on his deal. The answer, unfortunately, is I just don't know that makes a lot of sense because DeRozan's got this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically an expiring. I think it's a very small guarantee next year. So you're basically adding a year of salary. Obviously, you're not getting anything for VanVleet this year, but your money's the same. So you're effectively losing DeMar DeRozan this year for nothing. Now, again, in a rebuild mode, that's not a terrible thing. But then what's the payoff? You get recovering Fred VanVleet for one more year next year, and then he goes somewhere. Yeah, you got your point guard, but you're not ready to contend next year. If there was something Houston was throwing in, like, for example, if they were to, this wouldn't happen. But the type of move I would look at if I was Scott Perry, and this is in a blue sky world, is that they were saying, look, we really want to put Reed Shepherd at the 1, and we want to move Thompson. We want him at the 3. We need some good 2-guard scoring. How about DeRozan? I'd say, okay, well, we'll get VanVleet off the books for you. We'll take that extra here. Can you give me Jabari Smith Jr. too for whatever we throw back? Those are the types of, and again, it's not realistic, but that's the type of incremental move where it's like, okay, what did we just do here? We got rid of, no disrespect, our dead weight in DeMar DeRozan, who does not want to be here. He wants to contend for a title. He's familiar with Texas, obviously, from his years with the Spurs. We're basically effectively taking on a year of Fred VanVleet, who will contribute and is also an expiring asset next year, in exchange for a young player with a number 3 pick in the draft like Shepherd, who might have some potential. That's where I think Scott Perry should be looking at. Can we take our current, quote, assets and dump them off for mixtures of picks and young players and or cap relief? So, but, the question is, in this climate, does Scott Perry at this point before the season's even started have the energy to make moves like that? I don't know. Why don't you ask? Carmichael Dave here. Talk to you about. Well, hold on. I got to get you here. Kevin says on the chat, he says, why are we talking about something that won't ever happen in this timeline? So infuriating. What? I don't know. Why are we talking about sports in general? It does not affect us in any way. It's very infuriating. It doesn't have anything to do with anything. It's sports. We don't know these people. Sports. Anyway, blue sky. Here's the blue sky for you if you are an HVAC looker. What does that mean? Somebody who's in the market for either an air conditioning or heating replacements. Hey now. Well, if you're already working with somebody, great, wonderful, super, but get your second opinion partner activated, American Energy Heating and Air. They've been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981, A+ Better Business Bureau. What they want to do is they want to come in. They want to look at your situation, and you're going to find out 2 things. Number 1, did you get a fair bid? And number 2, oh my goodness, I'm saving all this money, because odds are American Energy Heating and Air will be lower than the bid you have right now. You save money, hey, dinner on them. They'll come out for free. It's a very quick trip. Take advantage. 916-520-9990. 916-520-9990. AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy. Making the uncomfortable comfortable. Very quick 2-minute break. When we come back, Niners news and notes next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time. The next time you're out to dinner with friends, you can order the shrimp cocktail for the table. And maybe you'll realize it only comes with 4 shrimp after you've already given away 3, but that one shrimp will be so good. And if you switch and save hundreds, you could get shrimp all the time. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For shrimp. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This Sacktown Sports 49ers report is brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, located beside the Vacaville outlets. Eddie Pinheiro hit a walk-off 35-yard field goal to lift the Niners to a thrilling 16-15 win over Arizona. Mac Jones made his second start for the injured Brock Purdy and led the team down the field in the final 2 minutes to set up that field goal. Ricky Pearsall had his best game as a Niner, catching 8 passes for 117 yards. Niners are back in action at home this Sunday versus Jacksonville. You can catch all the action beginning at noon right here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
Welcome back. I get it. So Kevin on the chat, loyal listener. So I'll give him the time. Hi, Kevin. He's mad about the road we went down with.
The previous
if
trade.
we still had Fox.
I got you.
And
so it's getting him infuriated.
Yeah, he's mad because it's like, well, that's literally impossible. Why are we spending any time on that? It's literally impossible. Well, we're spending time on it, and Aaron said it the best. Another loyal listener: those who ignore the past are bound to repeat it. It's just again what I think what Kevin and everybody's different, but you have to understand from my standpoint. I won't speak for you, but I'm sure for you too. It's like Kevin's probably thinking, yeah, we all know the Fox trade was bad. We all know that. Like, why are we dwelling? Because we all don't know it, Kevin. That's the thing. You're not seeing it from our point of view. That there's still a lot of people out there that are still questioning that. And I think every once in a while it's okay to say, look, here's another way why that screwed us. Here's an opportunity that could have popped up, and you're not gonna spend a half an hour on it, but bing, bang, boom. I was reading something online yesterday about it was one of those like the media is too soft on the Kings.
Okay.
And I almost got involved, but I didn't because I'm trying to be a mature adult.
Growth.
Thank you. But had I gotten involved, what I so badly wanted to say, and this is just me venting, but I have a lot of pent up from this. Like this last year was the worst relationship I've ever had with a segment of Kings fans. And I've never gone at it. I don't like arguing is one thing. Like debating, my opinion, that's all fine. We're all in the same family, right? But that whole Mike Brown and especially De'Aaron Fox thing, like really, like the Fox thing especially was like constantly every day just argue. Oh, why don't you go be a San Antonio fan? You're a Fox shill, this, that, whatever. To the point where we would bring Sam on.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll remember, like every week, it was something that Sam would talk about or we'd talk about with Sam. And it's like, oh, Debbie Downer, why are you going down this road? Oh, Sam's just being, you had people out there questioning Sam's credibility, calling him sensationalist and da-da-da-da-da.
Sounds like Sam.
Yes, sensational Sam. And
I know I'm shamelessly pumping the poll here.
And then this is the cycle. It's, again, segment of fan, not all. Why are you so down on the Kings? You don't know they're going to suck. They're going to do better than the da-da-da-da-da. It's tough to listen to this all. You're the home of the Kings. Why are you so down on them? Inevitably, they suck. Then in the offseason. Well, I just don't want to be reminded about how much they suck. And I'm telling you, and I will believe this until the day that I die and will not have my mind changed. And part of the reason why I don't get that upset is because I also recognize that when you, and this isn't one of those I know things you don't, but we know things that we can't say everything. We try to say everything we possibly can. I'm going to tiptoe onto something here now. There are certain things I don't want to touch. There are certain things with this franchise, even I don't want to touch. I don't want to. For reasons people are going to jump to conclusions at. But you're wrong. They're worse. But what we tried to do, I think, very, very surgically last year is we tried to, at the very least, leave breadcrumbs. Pay attention to this. We're talking every single thing that we talk about on this show, as much as I like talking about egg foo young and sugar-free gummy bears with Chris. When we get into it, everything is surgical. It's talked about. It's not planned out in the sense of, Jason, you say this and I say that.
Right.
These are points that we very consciously bring up. And if you were to go back right now and you were to play 5 of those visits with Sam, if you were to play 5 shows during the whole Fox thing, you'd hear a lot of like, I completely get why he wanted out. I don't blame him. I hate that he's leaving. It does nothing to benefit me, you, the show, or the radio station to slam the franchise while defending, in a sense, the guy who's leaving, who no longer can do anything for us, even if it was a shill thing. We're not getting scoops in San Antonio. We're not getting inside information from the. We don't care. It actually is counterproductive to do that. But you know what it is? It's honest. It's being moral to the fans. It's treating them with respect. It's telling them the truth and not maybe what they want to hear, only to have the football pulled away. And that's a difficult road to hoe.
So do you think as we embark on a new season, you're going to have that same challenging relationship?
I don't think it'll be as bad as last year because I don't think here's where it will be as bad. If what I think is going to happen happens and the Spurs are better than the Kings this year.
Okay.
Significantly. I'm going to have to do a really good job at not bringing that up.
Well,
because there's no win there.
Yeah, because you asked earlier, like, how am I going to compartmentalize basically Levine and the Fox trade, which you didn't like the trade, and that's okay. You could not like the trade. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
The only most recent comp is Halliburton Sabonis, and I think for a long while, and maybe wherever you land on that, but it's not lopsided. Now, the Pacers have had a better and more success, and Halliburton's been awesome, but Sabonis has been really – it's not like they got fleeced. I don't think. Now, maybe some are out there that think that. This one feels a little bit different to me right now.
Yes.
So I guess it would be more on the Kings and Levine. Like if he has a really good year, even though he had a really good year last year, more so with the Bulls, I mean, he was fine here. But it just feels like there's more pointing up to me for De'Aaron Fox and certainly for the Spurs.
I couldn't agree with you more. I think you nailed it. Yeah. I think that's a great example.
Doesn't mean it'll get there.
No.
But if I were predicting, I like where the Spurs are going, and Fox still is.
Yes.
I don't know that Levine's going down. I personally think Fox is a better player.
I agree with you. I think he is. And I also think he's going to unlock a lot of what Wembanyama and the rest of that team is going to do, plus Stephon Castle, plus Harper. I think you bring up a great point with that we live in the nuance. We have a 4-hour show to live in the nuance. We live in a day and age where attention spans are tiny and everything's a 30-second clip and everyone's got a hot take. I've said this before. The term casual is thrown around as a pejorative, as a derogatory. I don't think that's the case. I think normal people don't spend every waking hour obsessing on this team. I think the casual take is, Indiana destroyed the Kings in the Halliburton trade. Or that was lops. I think that's a casual take.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what the Pacers almost did. Look at what the Kings are doing right now.
They played better.
Right. They were in the finals.
Yeah.
I mean, hell yeah, they did. But that's a casual take because everything has nuance. Everything has a foundation below it. I think the swap for swap actually is incredibly, incredibly even. The nuance is, what did the Pacers do after that swap? And what did the Kings not do after that swap? Make that swap exactly the same. And bring Pascal Siakam to this team and make the same additions Indiana did. And also, by the way, put the Kings in the East and the Pacers in the West. I mean, there's a lot of factors, and let's see about that conversation now.
Yeah, and, if we're talking about – we were talking blue sky earlier, and this would be extreme blue sky to me because I'm not sure I would even believe this road is possible. But the Pacers are actually an interesting reference point to me for the Kings because they are probably the one team – that I can think of that in recent memory has just kind of been solid.
Yeah.
Never bottomed out.
Yeah.
Never really thrived all the way, but they kind of retooled in motion. Like they were a playoff team or a good team, but like, where were they going?
Sure.
And they, found the right between the Halliburton, Siakam, development of other guys, just some added depth.
They did great moves.
Played 10 guys. All of a sudden, Carlisle looks like and changed their style. And like, wow, they got to the finals. That's really difficult to do, but they did it. And that to me would be a blue. Like, I don't think the Kings could do that. But like, is there another team that you're going? Yeah, I've seen what OKC has done. Look what Houston did. But is there? I don't know. A Clippers. I'm just thinking of somebody that's like, yeah, they've been good, but nobody thought they could be a champion. And then all of a sudden it's kind of the same group, a tweak here, and then boom, they took off. It's really difficult what the Pacers did.
It's incredibly difficult, but they pulled it off. We'll take a break. On the chat line, loyal listener and a huge Kings fan, especially I see him all over Facebook and stuff. Actually gave him a tour with his girlfriend, wife, I can't remember, of Gold One Center once. It was a contest winner, Patrick Kilkenny, which I always want to follow. I always want to say in my head, every time I say Patrick Kilkenny, I say, you bastard.
Yeah.
He says, instead of just talking about how bad or what we aren't or didn't do, let's just see how things work, especially now with the training camp and things in gear. That's a perfectly understandable. That's a perfectly.
Yeah. And some fans are that way too.
But here's the problem. We got to do a show. Kings play this Friday versus the Suns. Your thoughts, Jason? Well, let's see how it goes. What about you, Dave? I don't know. We'll see how they play. Okay. How do you think they're going to do this year? I don't know. It's 82 games to go, man. Let's just see what happens. You think Zach LaVine's going to fit in a little better? Maybe. Why don't we just see how it works? Sorry, Pat. It's not how it works.
Maybe.
You got to, that's the point of the business. You got to have opinions and then everybody gets mad at you. But I will say, while I'm watching Zach LaVine or DeMar DeRozan or whoever drive the lane, I'm going to be sitting here talking about my good friends at Hoblet, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Hey, what's happening for Chrysler's Drive Into Fall sales event, you ask? I don't know. Let's see what happens. And that's the entire live read. Hey, what's going on for the sales event? I don't know. I mean, let's not form any opinions. I don't think they'd be too happy with that. So I triple checked this because it really does seem too good to be true. Right now, lease a new 2024 Dodge Hornet RT Plus plug-in for as low as $69 a month for 24 months and $19.95 due at signing. Seriously. And you're thinking, well, what about sales tax and fees? Nope, not at Hoblet. You can drive a brand new Dodge Hornet for $69 a month. Nice. And $19.95 due at signing. That's it. No surprise fees, taxes, or license. That's why I had to triple check to make sure it's legit. That's the best deal I've seen, I think, since I started doing any of this stuff. That's crazy. Hurry in before they're gone. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet. Period. We will take a break. When we return, the final week of the baseball season, what's at stake, and so much more next.
The Alan Styles Show.
Brock's bro, Chubba, he's on Nevada and wasn't great. Why didn't we ever hear about him? You answered your own question, Jeff, because he's not very good. Look, man, it's your 5th year at UNR. You are now Preston, not calling you Chubba. How old is he?
He is 24 years old, a 6th-year starter, never won a college football game.
We use your government name.
You can listen to The Alan Styles Show Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on 1140 a.m., YouTube, and the Sacktown Sports app.
Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Ooma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust, Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything from making the claim to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value, free.
Call for your fast free quote today. Call 800-292-4382. That's 800-292-4382. 800-292-4382.
Alan Styles here with your Sacktown Sports Injury Report, brought to you by Downtown LA Law Group. Joey Estes, out with that herniated disc in his lower back, is expected to return in 2026 after undergoing successful surgery in LA from Dr. Robert Watkins. Denzel Clark, out with that right adductor strain, expected to return in late September after going through a running and hitting progression in Arizona. That was your injury report, brought to you by DTLA Law Group.
Hey, I'm Alan Styles. Injured at work? Call Downtown. DTLA Law Group, California's leading injury law firm. With over 40 lawyers throughout California, they have won over $500 million in settlements. DTLA Law Group will get you compensation for your work injury. You don't pay unless they win. That's right. You pay zero upfront. Call Downtown. Text Injury Help to 40222. That's Injury Help to 40222. Visit them at calldowntown.com. Text charges may apply.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust, Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything from making the claim to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value, free.
Call for your fast free quote today. Call 800-292-4382. That's 800-292-4382. 800-292-4382.
chat.
Oh no.
I
thought you weren't going to do it.
No, I'm getting baited by somebody who's doing a really good job at it. I need to not. One of our listeners.
Which is you hate more than actually arguing with somebody.
I wish they could. The problem is I already hate the season and it hasn't started yet.
That's unfair.
It really is. I don't want to do that. Like, this might be the most entertaining part of one of the most entertaining parts of this radio show this year, and I hope this doesn't come to fruition, is watching me absolutely take a psychological spiral throughout the season. Like, it was good to have the off season because last season was tough, man. That was a tough season. I don't want to do the same thing this year, which I'm sure you're probably thinking, well, then don't, which is a perfectly logical thing to say. I don't know how do you just forget the past and move forward and still feel like you're doing a service as a show host because there's so many people out there. I don't want them to have false hope. But then I don't know it's going to be bad. Who am I?
Yeah.
Who am I to bury somebody's hope?
So I always try to go, I'm not saying I'm right with this, but I try to go off of what those in the organization are saying. So in the recent past, that would be whether it's Vivek or Monty or Mike Brown. And I got the feeling, I can't remember last year as much, but certainly 2 years ago, so it was the year after the Beam team, I think the goal was, hey, checked a box, made the playoffs, we'd like to get to round 2.
That's right.
So I'm like, okay, if that's kind of their guidance, then I think that's fair enough to hold them to that realm. Now, why didn't they get there? Well, they not only didn't get to the second round, they didn't even get to the playoffs. So to me, in their own words, they failed.
They fell short.
Yeah. So it didn't matter if I had them winning a championship or winning 12 games.
Mm-hmm.
That was their goal. Okay, they fell short. Last year, I'm pretty sure they wanted to get back to the playoffs. I know they wanted to be a playoff team. Everything I've heard doesn't mean that's, I'm sure Doug and Scott Perry want to win all 82.
Right.
Scott Perry's given those 6 criteria and foundation and building, like he wants to identify a culture. Now, again, those are buzzwords that some people are like, they've said culture for 10 years. Yeah, he hasn't. So that's a really tough one because you've been here through this whole time. Fans have been here through this whole time. I've been, like, okay, so now it's your turn at culture. It is, but that's not exciting for people. But if Scott Perry and Doug build whatever that is to them this year, and that's 31 wins, I think to them that would be successful. I don't know that it's successful to anybody else.
It depends on how you get those wins.
True.
Yeah, but I hear you.
But I think in the end, if we looked at the team, again, this is me, my best speculation, and we all went, I think this is what the Sacramento Kings want to be. They're building something. This is who they are. Though, as I'm saying that now, it's hard for me to say that when you've already got established players like DeRozan, Levine, Sabonis, Monk. You're like, if it was a roster of 25 and younger, you're like, and they got to 31 and they're like, I see it.
Right.
I see it.
Right.
We're cool with this.
Yes.
That's where the roster makeup and what they're trying to be doesn't add up to me, but I also can't quite punish them for the past, but we all know the past.
Right.
So it's a
tough one.
Yeah.
We will, obviously, before the season starts, media day next Monday, we'll do what we do every year. We'll do a segment that is the Purple Glasses segment. What is, let's have a conversation for half an hour about how things could go better, how this season, I'll call it, how this season could be the basketball version of Top Gun Maverick.
Okay.
Something you have no expectations for, you're really worried about, but it exceeds everything. Or how could it be, and then we'll have the non-purple glasses. Like
Happy Gilmore too.
For most,
this
not
is
Dave.
This is where things could absolutely spiral, and this is the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
I want to move on. I want to give you an analogy, and I want you to advise on how you would deal with it.
Okay.
This is going to be one of my famous, loose, weird analogies. Let's say that you're a teacher, but instead of being a third grade teacher, like you start in kindergarten and you move with the class every year. So the student body in your class, you follow them.
Mm-hmm.
And in kindergarten, you didn't have a great year. There's some fights and this and that, people throwing paste. So you move some of the kids around, to different classes. You go into year 2 and you got to address the parents. Hey, this is going to be a better year. 3rd grade, this is going to be a better year. 4th grade, this is going to be a better year. And you're constantly bringing in and shuffling new students. It's a different look. But what you can't ever do is you can't go to a parent and say, you know what, your kid sucks and screws my whole class up. And I can't do it. No matter what I do, as long as this kid is in this class it's never going to reach its potential.
Mm-hmm.
And it's inevitably, he's going to infect a bunch of other kids, brand new kids I bring in that never had issues before. So by the time you get to 8th grade, it's beating you down. How do you deal with a situation? And again, this is a belief. You're the teacher that has a kid in the class that no matter what happens will infect the rest of the class and doom you and the other kids to having a bad school year. And you've got to go try to make a presentation to parents. And deep down inside, doesn't matter. But you don't want to hear that. I can't sit here and make my speech in September when the school year starts and says, guys, I just want you to know this is going to be the same as it was every year.
Yeah.
We had the one good year, but that's because Timmy was sick for 7 weeks. I can't make it better. I've tried. And this kid is still here. And until that kid is not here, it's never going to get better, or at least it hasn't shown any sign of it. How do you deal with that?
Yeah. And the best way for that analogy for me to answer that would be, I think 1, you have to approach the kid.
Mm-hmm.
2, I think in that analogy, the teacher obviously in this is staying the same, as you said, they're going,
right.
But I think the aids for the teacher changed in the 5th grade or whatever. You've got some other people that are changed now. Can they?
Yeah.
That's new to this, that we're now starting 5th grade or whatever. And the kindergarten through 4th have not worked.
Right.
But now the teacher who's the same and the kid who's been
you got to identify the kid,
right,
and try to change the kid.
But now maybe the teacher's different or the teacher
right.
aides are different. And
what if the kid's mom's the principal?
Challenge. It's a challenge.
We'll take a break. Monday Night Football coming up. We got to talk about that. Sean Salisbury's going to join us. We got to get to the baseball season. We kind of took a detour, and I apologize for that. On the Kings, Niners, 4-down territory. Got a huge. What are you looking for? Your pen?
Yeah.
Is it? This isn't it? Is it?
It's not.
We'll be right back after this.
Visit SackdownSports.com and join the Sackdown Sports 1140 newsletter.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now's the time to get into that Ram 1500. It's a drive and fall event at Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where they offer the lowest prices in town. They have the biggest and best selection and unmatched customer service. And right now, 0% financing. 0% financing for 72 months on the new 2025 Ram 1500. There's a reason why people are coming from all over to Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. It's because it's the place where a handshake still means something. Centrally located right across from Hagan Oaks Golf Course and online at SackSuperstore.com. Financing and approved credit, Ram at $1,389 for $10,000 borrowed.
Hey, this is Greg Papa. Are you working through a major insurance claim? SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A+ Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal, you should feel better about that. Or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
The deals are on now at the model year-end sales event at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save on year-end models and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Sean Salisbury is going to join us in a few minutos and kick it as he does. Welcome in. Halfway through the program, Jason.
That's right. It's moving right along.
Hey, sorry for that tangent. We took a right turn to Albuquerque. By we, I mean me.
Feeling there will be many more of those.
Nope, not this year.
Oh, really?
Oh, that is my resolution.
I think you will fail.
On September 23rd, I declare the following. Whatever happens this year happens. Good, bad. Going to keep perspective. Life is good. Healthy family. I got a couple dogs.
Okay. Hey, Chris, how do you feel about that proclamation?
I think it'll last a day.
You know what I'm going to do this year? You know, you guys are going to be surprised, right? Wednesday, November, blah, blah, blah. Kings lose by 15 to a team they shouldn't lose to. You know what? Happens. 82 games in the season. You win some, you lose some. Let's break. Here's some highlights. Jason, your thoughts.
Okay.
You know, that's not what I'm worried about this season.
What are you worried about?
I'm worried about this season, the Kings winning a game and then you spiraling and saying how this is actually bad for the team.
like literally the positive stuff I can't handle.
Yeah.
I want to be able to answer.
Like it'll be like, yeah, that was a great win, good win and stuff like that. And as you're like in your head, just like, but it's not really going to help this team 2-3 years from now.
Okay, to be fair, if we get in the spring, and you know we're gliding towards 40 wins, yeah, I'm probably not going to be a huge fan of that long term. But you know what? I'm going to try to do less macro and more micro this year. So instead of looking at the long term, doggy paddling, what's the thing between heaven and hell? Purgatory. Just say, you know what? It's a good win. They tried their best.
They had fun.
And they had fun. Right?
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
How much of that do you believe?
None of it. Not even a single word. But, isn't there a thing where, like, if you verbalize it, it'll
speak it into existence.
I want to be the fun show host this year.
Okay.
Like, hey, I'm going to tune into Dave and Jason because they're going to brighten my morning with fun. I feel really bad about last night's loss. How can they make me? We should even make a segment that we only do after Kings losses and call it the bright side, and we can get like Lamps Plus to sponsor it. See, I'm already thinking with my head here. And every morning afterwards, we have the bright Kings lost by 24.
I think we have that.
We do?
Rewind.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah, that's actually a great point.
You can play those after wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to look at the bright side. Glasses always half full, Jason. That's what I say.
There's always another game.
It's always another game.
Yeah.
Like last night, there was another game. There's a Monday Night Football game, which I hope everybody enjoyed it because it's going to be the opposite next week.
Yeah.
Holy God, is that doubleheader cheeks. Jets and Dolphins.
Yeah. Someone's got a tie.
What's the other one? It's the Broncos, but they're playing someone crappy.
I
forget. It's the Broncos and somebody. But now, granted, we have this conversation like this happens in like the UFC or boxing all the time. Like you look at the card and you're like, God, that card sucks. And then they end up being like something. They still could be good football games. See, again, micro and macro. Right. Macro, not going to have any bearing on the year, almost certainly. From a macro point or micro point of view, it could be some really good, fun football games.
Yeah, never know.
It's by the way, it's the Bengals at the Broncos.
Okay.
Battle of the Bees.
Minus Burrow.
But with Browning.
Yeah.
It's a
and
lot.
Bo.
And that's right. Bo Nix. Good.
Beautiful.
Fantastic.
People are already guessing the date. They want to put guesses on the date of your downward spiral.
What? Why? Here's my thing. Why wouldn't they say,
celebrate our differences?
Yes. And say, hey, you know what, Dave, I'm rooting for you.
Yeah.
I think you can do this. I believe in you. It's going to be we're going to have fun this season. Because you know why? Because there could be no season at all. We could be watching the Seattle Kings. Right?
True.
Right?
True.
They could be a 12-win team.
Gross.
Can't do that. All right, football. Last night, Derrick Henry ran the ball and he scored a touchdown.
Ravens come to the line. Power formation, double tight ends. Give us to Henry. Straight dive. He's got a hold. Henry to the 20. The King to the 15. 10, 5. Touchdown, Ravens.
He gone.
They needed one. They got 6.
They needed one. They got 6. Congratulations to Mark Andrews, who decided to play football yesterday. It was awesome. Mark Andrews went off for my fantasy football teams. I have them in both, which both got blown out, so it meant absolutely nothing. But hey, why not?
Points.
Here's Mark in the third quarter.
Lamar Jackson from the shotgun. Throws towards the end zone, looking for Andrews. He's got it! Touchdown, Mark Andrews! A diving grab along the sideline. And the Ravens have their first lead of the night.
Yeah, strange. I mean, the Ravens were the overwhelming favorite, not just in Vegas, but also any TV show you saw. Everybody, and I mean, you picked the Ravens. I picked the Ravens. The Lions ran all over Baltimore. They're still running all over Baltimore between Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery.
Goff takes, turns, gives to Montgomery. 2 hands on that football. There he goes over the right side. 25, 20, cuts to the right at the 15, down to the 10, down to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Demo to the house, 31 yards. And the Lions have put this game on ice.
Yep, that was late in the fourth quarter. I should have played this before, though. I think this is the rush I'm talking about. This was Jahmyr Gibbs. Was this with a little help from Amon-Ra St. Brown, I believe?
Goff up under center, turns, gives. Amon-Ra flips it out to Gibbs. He's in the house, baby. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Oh, that is beautiful. Goff hands it to Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra flips it to Gibbs, and the Lions have got the lead back.
So that's one of those plays where if it doesn't work, you look really bad.
Right.
But it worked to perfection. You ever see the play? It's years ago, but they'll play it every once in a while, where Peyton Manning was playing for the Broncos and he literally faked out the entire building, including the cameraman, when he did the naked bootleg to the left.
And just walks in.
But if it doesn't work,
Right.
it looks really, really bad. That last night's Lions team, look, losing Ben Johnson's a big deal, right? But the ghost of Ben Johnson and maybe even some of the stuff that they've added in since, that looked like they hadn't skipped a beat.
Right.
They were, and congratulations. I did think about this last night. Congratulations to our listener, wherever he or she is. Remember, they had the fifth leg of their parlay was on the over-under, 51 and a half
and
points.
They got, 68? What was the score, 38-30?
What the hell was it? It was, I mean, they had it, I think they had it early in the fourth, if not late in the third. But I found myself following along. I was 68 points.
Yeah.
So that's the over on any of it. So congratulations to them. Hey.
Yeah. I hope that, and I can't remember how much they were going to win, but still, if you got a 5-game parlay, it's probably a decent amount.
It was $1,500.
Nice.
It was $1,500, and I gotta say, I mean, I don't know what the odds were on that, but it's probably on a $100 to $200 investment. So nicely done. I always like seeing our listeners make a little money, right?
For sure.
Right. What you saw in that game yesterday, though, was an incredibly unfortunately timed fumble by Derrick Henry. Here it was.
Crazy right now. 3 games straight. That happened in my career. Straight fumbles in critical moments. I apologize to Flock Nation, and I'm just gonna keep working and get this fixed.
Yeah. So I don't know what the I don't know what the solution is or the answer to that is. I don't.
Just keep going, keep prodding along. I mean, I feel like the Ravens. I mean, look, the Ravens are the team I thought that was going to get to the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl. Still could. Their defense needs to be a lot better too. I mean, Buffalo gouged them for points. Detroit made them look good. I can't believe they sacked Lamar Jackson that many times too. I mean, while the Henry fumble is critical, but Lamar Jackson is so tough to get to, and Detroit did a great job on him.
I also thought Lamar broke that down post-game really well, too, as to how he was getting sacked that much.
I think you were sacked 7 times tonight. That rarely happens with you. What were you seeing back there that was causing problems?
Man, guys are doing stunts, and they had a spy. And sometimes the spy was grabbing my leg, and that's just what it was. You know, they were chopping in coverage. Got 3 safeties back there. And I'm just not going to throw a Hail Mary ball, you know. I'm going to read the coverage out and then try to make something happen.
He also spoke, I saw a different interview with him too, where I thought he went a little more in depth. That's as good as I've seen Lamar Jackson get defended in a very, very long time. In fact, their defense on Lamar Jackson last night was so good. It's almost scary because I didn't feel like Lamar Jackson had an off night. I didn't look. To be fair, there were a couple of bad throws he made, whether it was the route ran wrong. There were a couple of throws that were just way off the receiver, which is uncharacteristic. But he was 21 of 27 for 288, 3 touchdowns, and didn't throw a pick. He's always putting up these insanity numbers. But their ability to hold the Ravens to 85 yards, including Lamar, 7 carries, 35 yards. And look, I know they don't do it this way, but if you were to factor in the yards lost from the sack, he's in negative territory easily. Yeah. Leaving that spy out there, I mean, a lot of those sacks were just truly covered sacks. He just, as he said, he didn't have anywhere to go. He's not going to force it. But they rushed their 4. They left the spy there. And to be honest with you, it's some of the best open field tackling I've seen on Lamar Jackson since he got going. I mean, guys where he would have like one guy to beat, and the dude just basically dove and held onto an ankle until he got help. They were able to contain him on the edges, force him through the middle, and then they had a guy waiting there for him. And I think that's something a lot of other teams on their schedule this year are going to look at the tape of this game and go, oh, is that – I think Baltimore's going to have to honestly adjust to that if you can, because however they defended him last night, that's how you defend.
Yeah, which, I mean, again, it seems easier said than done, but they did it. They were able to execute it. It was really impressive. Even with all that, though, that like up to the end, I thought, man, is Baltimore going to find a way here?
Yep.
Good game, good win for Detroit. Look, I think about Detroit after week 1, how embarrassed they were to the Packers.
Yes.
And then they light up the Bears for 50 and put up 30. Like, you gave the stat after week 1, Goff had no wins without basically McVay or Ben Johnson. And now they got a couple in a row, and their offense looks like it's really dangerous again.
It really does. And with the scariest thing is with Aiden Hutchinson, we talked about that with Aiden Hutchinson back on that defense. That is a huge, we're talking about impact players like Nick Bosa and how there aren't many. Aiden Hutchinson's right there for me. Aiden Hutchinson's a guy that can absolutely change a game. He's just getting started.
Yeah, and that's what, Matt Barrows, for anybody that missed it yesterday, talked about, just because we're talking about Fred Warner, how good he is for the 49ers, but that's a position, whether you're a corner, an elite corner, you get paid, an elite pass rusher, you get paid. I mean, linebackers get paid.
Sure.
But if you've got that wrecking ball up front like Hutchinson or like Bosa can be, Khalil Mack over the years, whichever guys you want, those guys just can change games.
Yeah, they earn that money because it's funny. They may not do anything for 80% of the game.
Yeah.
You may not hear their name called, but
it's the emphasis they take from the offense, right?
Yes, I would say Chris is going to love this analogy, and I know the rest of the listening audience is too. I would say guys like that are like elite strikers in soccer. They really are, in the sense that you'll have games where you don't hear from your elite, you're the guy that's supposed to score a soccer. It's 0-0. You haven't heard his name called. But at the end, it seems like at the end of every match, scores 1-0, 2-0, and that guy got the ball in the net. And that's all you have to do. It doesn't matter what you do the rest of the game. You can have an impact on one drive, on one stretch, one play. And not only was Hutchinson so impactful on that line, but let's remember, he's also the guy that punched that ball out from Derrick Henry. And his presence alone, which takes pressure off of other guys.
Yeah, and in sports in general, when all of us measure things by statistics, the guys like offensive linemen, maybe defensive linemen, edge rushers that necessarily don't get the stats or the sacks or the tackles, but can still dominate a game. Like, they say that a lot about Aaron Donald, Khalil Mack in his prime. It's like, what a game Aaron Donald had. I'm like, didn't he get one sack?
Right.
But they're like, yeah, he just controlled the whole game, the triple team. He opened up things for the guys to make the tackles. I'm like, yeah, I guess you're right.
No, you're remember we were talking about the Kings and like surface takes versus depth take. Like, times 1,000 in football. Yeah. Because like you said, Aaron Donald had one sack. Okay.
And like two tackles.
Right. But it's like, okay. However, how many times did the team run on his side as opposed to away from it? How were the Rams able to load up the opposite side Donald was on to take advantage of that? How many other players got single coverage on that line the whole game because they had to double and triple Aaron Donald? And that's not something you can get off a box score.
Right. And then they get the sacks or the pressures or the hurries, whatever, the knockdownokdowns, and that's what impacts the game.
And you're like, well,
player of the game, Aaron Donald.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
But meanwhile, you're looking at the box score. You're in fantasy football, whatever. Yeah. You're like, well, hold on a second. Leonard had 4 sacks and 17 tackles. Right. What are they talking about Aaron Donald for? It's like, well, credit to Leonard, of course.
Yes. but he was set up beautifully.
Yeah, he had a little bit of help. Here's Detroit head coach Dan Campbell on what it means to beat the Ravens.
It just feels good to know against a type of team like that, you play a different type of game and you're able to find a way to win. So one of the things I mentioned early in this year is I told the team I want to find out how many different ways we can win games, because the better you get at winning, the more you win. So that took everything we had, and I was proud of the players.
He also said they pretty much played the right kind of game against that right kind of opponent.
This is the type of game that was needed for this opponent. Not everyone is going to always be the same. You'd love to say, it's always going to it's going to be that type and you got to play this way, but all of them are different. And, some games it takes more explosives, you got to get more explosives than it does just true groundwork. The ground sets it up, and defensively you got to play a little different, but it was what was needed against this team for this opponent. And I thought the guys handled it perfectly.
I was thinking about him last night too, during the game. And there was a play where they got the 4th down stop. They stripped the ball of, Lamar Jackson, he kind of kicks it around. They recover like back at the 20-yard line, and they show Campbell, and he's fired up as he should be. And I was thinking, there was probably a time a few years ago where I bet somewhere in the Detroit front offices they were thinking, is he our guy? Yeah. Like, I bet they were close.
Absolutely.
To removing him. And then they stuck with it, to his credit, to their credit. And he's turned into a heck of a coach. Now, obviously, they're getting better results, but, sometimes teams are impatient. And they're like, yeah, he's not the one. But they stuck by him, and he's done a lot of winning the last couple of years.
The results had to happen on the field. All the field stuff had to happen, full stop. That's why Dan Campbell's still there. But I think there may be no better illustration of Hard Knocks helping somebody than Dan Campbell.
I agree with that.
When that season of Hard Knocks,
like the public image of him and the team. And,
yes. Because Dan Campbell, unfortunately, fits an incredibly popular stereotype with NFL head coaches. Ex-fiery player comes in, tries to be fiery coach, and unfortunately has no idea how to run a team, has no idea how to delegate to coordinators, is all fire and brimstone and motivation, but absolutely no substance or foundation underneath.
Yeah.
And I think it really showed Dan the cerebral side of him. Yes, he's a motivator. Yes, he's fiery. Yes, he's a great quote. But also having Ben Johnson, having Aaron Glenn, having the coordinators he had, and the ego in check enough to trust his coordinators and to let his managers manage. We've talked about this before, Jason. This isn't, yours or my conversation. This is a Bill Belichick thing. A head coach ultimately is a CEO of the corporation that is the football team on the field. You are a CEO. The CEOs aren't, now sure, they're going to come down to the line and they're going to meet the guy on the, that's making the plastic wrappers, and but ultimately their job is to sit in a room with all the managers and all the fingers and branches of the tree at the table that are all reporting the top line stuff, and then he makes the big decisions. That ultimately is what a lot of these there's different styles. There's delegation head coaches, and there's guys like, Kyle Shanahan, who's got his hands not just in the coaching thing, but the offense incredibly deep, stuff like that. I think Andy Reid is an example of, it's probably the closest thing we have to the 85 Bears, in the sense where, for all intents and purposes, I'm pretty sure that Andy Reid and Steve, why am I blanking? Their D coordinator, stud, Hall of Famer.
Spagnuolo.
Steve Spagnuolo, thank you. I'm pretty sure they like each other a lot more than Buddy and Mike Ditka did. But the Kansas City Chiefs have two coaches. Mm-hmm. They have Spagnuolo, who is every bit as good a coach as Andy Reid is on the defensive side. And then you have Andy, who's an absolute genius in what he does. But he also had the ability, like for years, Andy was CEO of the whole thing. Steve Spags, you're doing the defense. And then a former Colorado player.
Bieniemy.
Thank you, Eric Bieniemy. God, I love you, Jason. Eric Bieniemy is the offensive coordinator, and Andy was great at being the CEO, just like Belichick was with his coordinators, probably 20 of which have had a shot at head coaching. So with Dan, now he's dealing with not one, but two new coordinators, which is the blessing and the curse of having a good staff and being a good team. And the blessing is you have a good staff and you have a good team. The curse is he lost both his coordinators to head coaching jobs.
Right.
So now you have to break in these new coordinators. They moved their linebackers coach up, an ex-player of theirs, to defensive coordinator this year, brought in a replacement for Ben Johnson. But honestly, if I'm giving a game ball to any of the coaches, I'm giving it to that defense and all their coaches. That was, the Ravens scored 30 points last night, but
it was difficult.
It was,
and they bottled up Lamar about as well as you can.
And he still had 3 touchdowns, and he only missed 6 of his passes. He still put up great numbers, but you did that. That is the blueprint to beating the Baltimore Ravens, who I think everybody thinks are a top 5 team.
Oh, yeah.
And, one of 3, let's say 4 teams, if you count the Chiefs and Chargers, I think most would think the big four in the AFC are the Bills, the Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Chargers in some order. I don't think I'm forgetting a team. That's the blueprint how to beat Lamar Jackson and the Ravens right there. And a high point for the Lions, especially as you mentioned after they got when you look on the same weekend, Jason, in week 3, and this is again why the NFL is so great. We saw the Packers completely dismantle the Lions in a game that was so bad it made Ben Johnson look like coach of the year, and he wasn't even there. And then you turn around, and 2 weeks later, you have that same Lions team go on the road and beat Baltimore, which very easily should have been 2-0 going in, while the Packers lose to the Cleveland Browns.
That's football right there, right? Like, explain that. If you watch that first game, like you said, and you're like, I'm going to tell you in 2 weeks, there'll be 2 results here that'll surprise you.
Yeah.
Right.
You'd think that.
And the Packers are better than the Browns. They are.
Yes.
But they lost. It's not it's any given Sunday. It's the sport. I even like the way Campbell said it in that clip. He's like, this game plan, the way we ran it specifically against this team was what worked. And so you're like, I'll do that next week. Well, maybe the matchup that's not what it calls for. And so you have to be flexible in your game plan and how you execute and what you're able to rely on. If you have your staples where, like, look, we can run the ball on most teams, well, then you try to run the ball. But you're going to need passing game. You're going to need defense. You just have to be able to win in a lot of different ways.
We'll take a break. When we come back, 4 down territory, our power rankings for the week, plus some other stuff coming out of week 3, including an unfortunate big break for one of Sacramento's finest. We'll talk about why next.
The only place you'll find Keegan Murray is Sacktown Sports.
Out to Keegan Murray, straight away for 3, and Keegan knocks down the triple.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Keegan Murray, and you're listening to the home of Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Grab the keys to a new Toyota. Fall's calling. Time to own every mile, every trail, every turn. Take on California's wildest outdoor adventures with Toyota's proven reliability backing you all the way. Get a low-cost lease on the dynamic 2025 RAV4, or shop the industry's best lineup of fuel-efficient hybrid SUVs like the 36 MPG Grand Highlander Hybrid and the 38 MPG Toyota Crown Signia. Toyota, let's go places. Offer available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit as 9/30/25.
Hey, movie fans. Playing this week at the Esquire IMAX Theater downtown Sacramento. One battle after another. The IMAX experience.
I'll be seeing you very soon.
Not if I see you first. Leonardo DiCaprio and Sean Penn star in this action thriller as a group of ex-revolutionaries reunite to rescue the daughter of one of their own. The best theater to experience one battle after another is on the Esquire IMAX Theater 6-story screen. Grab your reserve seats today at IMAX.com/Sacramento.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Need life insurance but have diabetes, high blood pressure, or on anxiety meds? If you're a 50-year-old male, even porky, or with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of life insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. For affordable term life insurance, call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-444-2013, 800-444-2013, or visit biglou.com. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. 800-444-2013.
Are you thinking about buying a new car? Well, maybe you're on the fence. Let me help you out. Kyle Draper here from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. From the first time I stepped into the MP of Stockton showroom, I knew I made the right choice. I settled on the all-electric EQS SUV. It's comfortable, stylish, and most importantly, it's safe. Mercedes-Benz has the reputation of making the finest cars in the world. Now it's your turn to experience what I already know. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is the best car buying experience you'll ever have. It's just a short drive down I-5 or anytime at mbfstockton.com.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
That is scary.
Good luck with that.
Want to get to 4-down territory. Mitch has been holding for a while.
Mitch!
Hey, Mitch.
Mr. Dave, Carmichael, Jason, how you guys doing?
Great. How are you?
Pretty good. I hear a little noise. Someone's trimming a tree. You know, I always thought they start at the bottom. So they go work their way top, then work their way down. They start from top, work their way down.
Yeah,
if
right.
I got that right. Well, that's why I'm not in that business either.
You ever hear the term? You ever hear the term "bottom of the"? You know, hey, that guy just got here. He's at the bottom of the totem pole. You ever hear you ever hear the bottom of the totem pole phrase?
I've heard that.
You know that. You know it's incorrect. You know, bottom of the totem pole is actually the person that's been there the longest, because they would carve the totem poles from the bottom and work their way up. So we actually turned that phrase around, and really the person that's been there the longest, like the longest leader, the chief, the whomever, they're at the bottom working their way up. The top of the totem pole is actually the newest person.
Well, in your business, you got to work your way up. You've done doing it well so far. I did my 40 years at FedEx. I like doing the road. Glad I even wanted to go back in the road, even if I got bit by a dog or broke my toe, because I want out of here. I don't want to be cooped up with some of the women over there that work there. But that's not what I call, of course. You know, did anybody get hurt yesterday? Just too many games. It's like injuries. It's like somebody gets hurt from every team per game. It's just have too many. You know, and I still want to see Nick Bosa. He'll come back. I wish they had signed Joey Bosa. And this is open up a spot for, I think, Drake Jackson is still out there. Can we bring him back?
I don't know who they're going to look at. They might look at, I think the rumor is they'll look at Hendrickson, but that may just be a rumor because it fits.
Yeah.
Yes, at this point, I wish we'd got Joey Bosa as well. But hindsight is 30-30, as they say.
They do say that. Yep. All the time.
Hey, Christopher Lott, I have a quick show question for you, because I'm just kind of taken aback because Chris Guerrero, I think twice this week, has had a substantive comment that I know. He said he's trying to get his Alexa to, by the way, hold on. Hey, Alexa. Sorry, I just want to see. I like doing that every once in a while, see if it works for anyone, like they're listening at home and just pissed them off. I didn't mean it in the bad way, but yeah. He says that when he asks his Alexa to tune into Sacktown Sports, it doesn't work, but when he says play Sports 1140 KHTK, it does. Is that like a thing we have to do to send them that maybe we didn't? I don't know how that works, right?
I have no idea.
It's got to be some sort of codec or whatever.
Yeah. That is an engineering question.
It's got to be an engineering question. Oh, engineer! I told engineering about your TV issue, and they said to send a ticket. But they said that they fixed this TV.
They did.
When?
Yeah, when? Why?
It's not fixed.
It's not?
Chris, you said that they did fix it?
It's on the space station right now, right?
What?
Because it's all black.
Yeah, it doesn't.
That's not it.
Doesn't work.
No.
Is this it either?
No, that's the right remote.
Yeah. They said he fixed it. All right. I'll start a ticket.
Yeah.
4-down territory also needs to start right now, please. All right. As always, these are our power rankings as if we had never seen these teams before. Like we've been on, speaking of space station, we've been on a space station. No TV, no radio. So we're going back to last, and we're not worried about last year, I should say. So give it to me first down here.
Give us your top 5 teams in the NFL.
Why are you laughing? Can't say. I don't know why Chris is laughing. All right. Wait, was it me?
You don't know what you said?
What did I say?
I thought you were meaning to say.
I hate every part of your body and mind. At number 5, I'm still arguing with myself about this. All right, at number 5, give me the Philadelphia Eagles. At number 4, give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Number 3, the Buffalo Bills. Number 2, the LA Chargers. And at number 1, the Indianapolis Colts. Again, just going off what's happened this year, they look fantastic. You'll notice I didn't have the Niners in there, and part of that is just because of the difficulties they've had this year. Same thing with the Buccaneers. Again, we're not counting what they did last year. Those are your rules, and I try to follow them. So there's my top 5.
All right, I have a similar, but a few differences. Number 5, I put the Colts. You have them at number 1. Number 4, I have the Bucks. Number 3, I also have the Bills. Number 2, I put the Eagles. But I think number 1, best win resume so far is the Chargers.
Yeah, the Chargers have a great resume. Yeah, they really do. I mean, that was I think it also
swept the division so far.
I think part of it too is that they're really their toughest game was last weekend against the Broncos on paper. I think I'm sure when you were doing your research for your vote, if you're looking at the Broncos and what they've done, that's a hell of a win.
Yeah.
The Broncos, they don't suck. Second down, please.
Give us your bottom 5 teams in the NFL.
Bottom 5 teams in the NFL. The 5th worst team in the NFL is going to be the New York Football Giants. Now, again, you can make an argument that they're the worst team in the NFL, but again, look at their games. Yeah, some of them have been bad, but some of them have not been bad. The 4th worst team, the New York. You know what? I'm sorry, I mixed that up. I meant to put Jets 5th, Giants 4th. Sorry. The 3rd worst team, the Titans. The 2nd worst team, the Texans. Excuse me, the Dolphins. And the worst team, the Saints. Uh-oh.
I'll read mine.
Okay.
Jets, Giants, Titans, Dolphins, Saints. The exact same. How about that?
You know what that means? It means we're right.
Yeah.
That means we're 100%
we both left
right.
The Texans out of there.
3rd down.
Both the Patriots and Buccaneers wore old school uniforms this week. Who wore it better? The throwback Patriots red jerseys or the Buccaneers creamsicles?
I'm probably going to be on an island here, but I'm just kind of sticking to what I generally stick to. I don't like soft colors for teams. I don't like baby blue, and I don't like creamsicle. Now, if we're talking about what color am I painting my bedroom, maybe I'm painting it creamsicle. I don't know. But red to me, which by the way isn't that hardcore of a color, but red, blood, red. Those.
Oh my gosh, you're just lame.
Those Bucs uniforms are not only soft colors, like it's
your soft.
It's
colors.
creamsicle. I'm gonna beat you with my creamsicle.
How great did they look with the Buccaneer on the helmet?
They looked
swashbuckler.
They looked pretty. I admit they were very pretty uniforms.
So who wore it better? You like that? I mean, the Patriots look good. I like those.
Good. See, for me, I need football.
That's why you're a Raider fan.
Hey, I'll admit, man, they do it pretty well. Like I'll do a lot of things talking crap about the Raiders. I can't talk any garbage about their uniforms. Those uniforms have always been sick, but
I just thought those Tampa look clean. Those are nice.
Hey, did you know I have a Buccaneers joke?
I do, but tell me.
Okay.
I've never heard it.
You haven't? Oh, I've told you before, huh?
On the air, but it's okay. Go ahead.
Have I told you on the air?
Yeah.
I think twice. But say it. What is
twice
it?
Since 6.
Bunch of kids go up trick-or-treating. One of them's dressed as a pirate. lady answers the door, and she goes, "Oh, Buccaneer," and he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, wait,
You already messed it up.
I did, didn't I? Oh crap! Wait, what
You'll
was
find it? No,
Will I?
You got to find it.
Hold on, where are you?
Oh,
you're a pirate. You're a pirate. And then the kid goes, and then he goes, wait, hold on, trick or treat. And she goes, "Oh, what are you?" And he goes, "I'm a pirate." And she goes, "You're a pirate. Where are your Buccaneers?" And the kid goes, "They're under my hat, lady."
I don't think that's a joke.
That is the joke. No? Was it a different joke I told you maybe?
No, there's.
Where are your Buccaneers? They're under your hat.
Chris, how do you do on delivery?
Wow, I hated that.
I feel like it wasn't my strongest delivery ever. You know why you always invite a ghost to your birthday party?
Why?
Because they always bring the booze. Fourth down. Oh, you like the creamsicles better, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fourth down.
Giants starting running back Tyrone Tracy has an injured shoulder, which now opens a door for Cameron Scadaboo.
Scadaboo!
Will Scadaboo take this opportunity and literally run with it?
No. Oh, he will not. He is going to sit out in solidarity.
So you deliver that joke properly.
I hope so, man. I think he will. I think he will.
Cameron.
I think. How do you know what? You know what I was saying?
Rookie of the year. You're calling it.
Here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I think is the top end with Cameron Scadaboo, and I think it's just because we were recently talking about it. I think Cameron Scadaboo could be New York's version of Jeremy Lin. And here's what I mean by that. Obviously, New York, Knicks, Giants. But somebody who absolutely, those who know he's not coming out of nowhere, but just comes out of this relative obscurity and just becomes the best story in the NFL. Everyone loves this kid. He is the epitome of a football player. He's crazy enough to just loves smashing into people. You know, at least 3 games this year, he's going to have blood running down his nose, the bridge of his nose. But the difference is I think he'd also have a shall I say, a longer sustained career even than maybe a Jeremy Lin. I don't want to call Jeremy a fluke because he wasn't.
But when he was hot, I mean, he was as good as it gets in the league.
Now imagine that for a good solid 5, 6, 7 years for Scadaboo. And you mentioned something the other day that I really hope, like, just when everybody is losing their mind because of his ability to be a human bowling ball and score touchdowns and run off of people, then they start opening up the pass game more. Now he's like a diet Christian McCaffrey. But then, oh, wait, he punted?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second. 35-yard throwing touchdown for Taysom Hill meets Christian McCaffrey meets Christian Okoye. All the Christians.
Yes.
Boom. That's what I hope happens for Cameron
Christian Scadaboo.
Christian Scadaboo.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
I hope he goes off. I mean, it's biased 100%, but it's an opportunity. I was a little surprised he actually didn't get the starting job from the get-go, but now it's his opportunity, and he's got a touchdown each of the last 2 weeks. Let's keep it rolling.
I hope you're right. I hope Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, let's go.
I hope Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
We should get him on the show.
Okay.
He was supposed to come on the show after the draft. What happened to that? Yeah, he said he would. Cameron Scadaboo, liar. I know his parent. I know at least one of his parents usually listens.
Mm-hmm.
I love how his parents, at least his mom especially, is active on social media. Yeah, it's so awesome. They are fantastic. Some, dare I say, one of Sacramento's first sports families right now. That's for sure. We'll take a break. When we come back, what's hot, what's not? Let's go streaking and more. All coming up right after this.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 and monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
I love a day on the water with friends, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis sometimes holds me back. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
Teaching music is my passion, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now I'm treating my joint symptoms with Skyrizi.
With Skyrizi, most people with plaque psoriasis saw 90% clearer skin at 4 months.
Or if you are an adult with active psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi helps you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin.
There's nothing like better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
What's going on? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, tell me what's going on for Chrysler's Drive into Fall sales event.
I had to triple check this because it seems too good to be true. Right now, lease a new 2024 Dodge Hornet RT Plus plug-in for as low as $69 a month for 24 months and $19.95 due at signing.
Wait, isn't that where you usually say taxes and fees are extra?
Not today. You can drive a brand new Dodge Hornet for $69 a month and only $19.95 due at signing. That's it. No surprise fees, taxes, or license. Hence why I had to triple check to make sure this was legit, because it's the best deal I've seen all year.
Better hurry in before they're gone. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
Lease of $69 for 24 months with $19.95 due at signing after $6,500 SFS hybrid electric federal tax credit and $4,000 SFS lease cash. Must finance through Stellantis. 7,500 miles per year, 30 cents per mile over. 3 at this net savings. Simple VIN 822-311. See dealer for details.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
You've probably heard the word, but do you know what a stimp meter is and how it works? Invented by Edward Stimpson in the 1930s, a stimp meter is a device used to measure the speed of putting surfaces. His version was made of wood and was simply a chute on which a golf ball would roll onto the green. Roderick Easdale writes in Golf Magazine, today's stimp meters are made of aluminum. They're 36 inches long and have a V-shaped chute down which the ball can roll. It has 2 notches on which the ball rests. After a flat area of the green is selected, a golf ball is placed in the notch and the end is slowly lifted until the ball rolls down the chute and across the green. The average of 3 distances becomes one of the measurements. The process is repeated in the opposite direction, and the measure of both directions is added and divided by 2. That figure in feet is the stimp meter reading. Most courses average 9 or 10 on stimp meter, which is neither too fast or too slow, just right for most recreational players. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson. Paid for by Action Matters.
Attention former and present inmates of women's prisons in California. If you are currently or were an inmate of Central California Women's Facility in Chowchilla, also known as Chowchilla Women's Facility, Valley State Prison for Women in Chowchilla, Institute for Women in Chino, or Folsom Women's Facility in Represa, and were a victim of sexual abuse, now is the time to come forward, as you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. If you were an inmate at any of these prisons at any time and were subjected to sexual abuse from staff members, you may be entitled to substantial cash compensation. Call our California Women's Prison Helpline now at 800-408-1240. The deadline to file a claim may be close. Call now to get the justice, closure, and the financial settlement you deserve. Even if it was long ago, call our law firm's Women's Prison Sexual Abuse Helpline right now at 800-408-1240. 800-408-1240. 800-408-1240.
What's hot and what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
All right, new rule. Don't turn the cameras on until I sit down. Because the camera that I walk by, it's right at belly level. And then there's a delay. So I go and I watch, and all you see is belly. Like, if I knew me, I'd be like, when you do, buddy? Yeah. It's getting bad.
Oh, yeah, he's a big boy.
Well, that didn't help. Thanks, Chris. Also, talked to Sean Salisbury during the break. He offers his sincere apologies. He actually looked at his text messages because I texted him. I was like, hey, you good, buddy? Because obviously we didn't have Sean on. And we've all done this before where you have a text on the way out, but it didn't send, or he had one of them little exclamation marks. And I believe him because A, he's honest, and B, I don't think Sean knows what the exclamation mark is. Yeah. He is in Hawaii.
Oh,
he is marrying off the first of his children getting married.
That's right.
So he
Let's kick it.
There right now. He offers
like 5.
Yeah, I know.
Something.
Yeah, which it's even worse because he's on Central Time, right? Or
yeah, for him.
Yeah,
yeah,
we're 5 hours,
5 in the morning.
Ew. So he apologizes, says he can come on. He'll be back soon, so he can either come on maybe Friday, or we'll just skip to Tuesday. We'll figure that out. But either way, he offers his apologies, which he does not need to do. Yeah. And congrats, Sean. When I first started with Sean, that kid was a kid. And now he's getting married.
How about that?
We're all getting older. Anyways. Hey, sorry, we got to get to who's hot, but I told you what that thing on my neck ended up being, right? I can't remember if I followed up. Remember I told you I had that thing on my neck and I had to get a biopsy and all that. And so in the back of my head, I figured I had skin cancer and it was over, type of thing. Is Ingrid beard hair?
Oh, you did tell us that.
I did tell you that? Okay.
Might have been when I was gone that you said that.
Maybe I did. Yeah, it was an ingrown beard hair.
Okay.
Great news.
Absolutely.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah. Great news. Is it wrong for me? Is it wrong for great news, full stop. Okay. Is it wrong for me to be a tiny bit like, dude, come on, you didn't know that, like, for 6 months? Yeah. Is that, or should I'm just taking the good news.
Meaning you didn't know it, or
no,
the doctor
shouldn't, can't you, come on. Yeah. You can't tell me that. I had to get it right. But also,
how would they make their money?
There we go. Who's hot?
The Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, they've won a lot in a row.
Yeah.
They've won 9 in a row. They haven't committed an error in those games, haven't scored fewer than 5 runs, haven't allowed more than 5 runs. No other team in Major League Baseball history has done that over a 9-game span.
The Braves on to the way to the play. No,
yeah.
They're only 6.5 back of the wild card.
Okay.
Well, there's still time.
Yeah.
Who's not?
The Detroit Tigers.
Oof.
They've lost 6 in a row over the last 10. They've only won 1 game. They were out to a monster lead early in the season. They only have a 1-game lead over the Guardians.
They were up 15.5 in early July.
That's insane.
It's 1.
So, I'm rooting for the Guardians, right? Right? We root for the Guardian. When you have a dog on the fight, you want the comeback, right?
Yeah, Tom Hanks is the voice of the Guardians.
Oh, yeah. Sac State's Tom Hanks. Mm-hmm. Did anyone know that?
Huh, first time I've heard.
First time you heard that?
Oh, I got Sacramento trivia for you.
Okay.
Did you know that LeBron James's first NBA game was in Sacramento against the Kings?
What?
I feel like I would have remembered that.
No, he's Eastern Conference. That doesn't make any sense.
No, the first game was here.
In Sacramento?
In Sacramento
Kings?
against the
Preseason?
Kings.
No.
First professional basketball game.
That's crazy. How do we not know that? I feel like we should, somebody should. Here's my thing. It's because at some point, LA's going to be here twice.
Yeah, we should ask him.
Yeah.
Somebody ask. I wonder if when he comes back here, it kind of brings it all kind of together.
But I feel like we would have also then heard that.
Yeah.
He's been back here before.
Yeah. Where I hold on. I thought they just filmed that commercial here for Nike.
No.
That was a game?
I mean, they did film it here, but his first game was here.
I'd have to fact check that one.
This feels like Chris is trolling. We'll leave it up to the text line at 916-339-1140 or the chat if that's BS or not. In the meantime,
you were here. I was
That's
here.
what I'm saying. I was. I remember when he came into the league. I remember his first game being here.
Yeah, I don't know, Chris.
Interesting. I wonder if Doug remembers.
Why would
Because you
he
feel like Doug would have seen a lot of the back of LeBron's jersey in that situation.
Yeah, but he was just starting. He was just a rookie.
Right?
If that, I don't know.
Wait, hold on. Was his first game here, but he didn't play because he was a rookie?
No, he played. He started.
Jason, you work for the team.
I don't know.
All right, let's go streaking.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
We're streaking. Still thinking about that.
Yeah, there's somebody on the. They're probably lying, but there's somebody in the chat that says I was there and still has a ticket stubs.
What's a ticket stub?
It's like the stub from the ticket.
Oh, okay.
Hypothetically speaking, if that was the case, those are going for like $20,000 a pop now.
The ticket stub?
Yeah.
Well, then maybe it did happen. Well, you said
hypothetically.
If you pay $20,000 for a ticket stub, you've got too much money.
Would you sell yours if someone was giving you $20,000?
Yes. The problem is I would have sold mine when it was like at $500.
Yeah.
You know, the first time I heard people are buying them, I'd be like, yeah. It's like when I go back to my old baseball card collections. I don't do it anymore because it's too depressing because I collected baseball cards from like 85 to 92, which is like the worst time ever.
Mostly junk.
Pretty much complete junk. Why didn't I collect basketball cards?
Because everybody was watching the greatest heyday of movies at that time.
I think that's what it was. All right, how are we doing in our greatest heyday of streaking?
You know what? We are on fire right now.
Are we?
Collectively, as a show, we have a streak of 1.
Uh-huh.
And that's you, Dave.
Okay.
You're at 1.
Yeah.
I'm at 0. Chris is at 0. But yesterday is a new day to add on, and you took Rafael Devers of the Giants.
Garrett from Woodland says 100% correct. LeBron did play his first game in Sacramento. Another texter says that's absolutely true. Surprised you guys forgot about that fact.
So that's Garrett and another texter and Chris.
And some guy that says he was at the first game. Also, apparently, never mind. Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
Well, we'll have to do some
strength in numbers, but that's not enough yet.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to wonder.
Now I'm starting to second guess myself.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
You took Rafael Devers, got it 4 times. He got 1 hit, which was a home run and an RBI. Way to go. Hey, way to go. Shout out.
Oh, sorry. That was why I was trying to celebrate.
Yeah, you did.
I did. Anyways,
you're at 2.
I am.
I
Sorry.
just ate that.
That backfired, man. That got all over both of us. I saw it and I could do it.
I'll do this from the other
Hold on,
studio.
did you ever do that as a kid?
No.
Never?
I don't think so.
Really?
Was it fun?
Chris, did you ever do the lighter and hairspray thing?
Too scared.
Really? I kind of want to do it for you guys.
Did you ever do it?
I did it all the time.
From the rear end and the lighter?
Yes. As a matter of fact, my buddy Ben in the little theater at Rio Americano High School is the first time I ever saw that take place, the blue flame. But the best part is it came out and then it sucked back in. Remember when remember when Yosemite Sam would land on the fire and he'd walk around and be like, whoa, my biscuits are burning. It was like that. He's running around. It's a 100% true story, dude. That is a real thing.
Ben burned his biscuits?
Ben burnt his biscuits.
Oh, man.
All right, back to you.
I took Bryce Eldridge, predicting that he'd get his second major league hit. He went 0 for 2. So I stayed at 0. And Chris took.
No, you can't. It's not. It wasn't.
Great.
It was a streak.
And Chris was at 0. He took Fernando Tatis Jr., who did not play.
Oh,
because he knows I need to start my streak with Jackson Holiday.
That's who you're picking today?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, Dave.
Why don't you give me Bo Bichette?
Bo Bichette. Well, I'm going to that A's game tonight against the Astros.
Hey.
So I'd like to pick a player that's there. So I'm going to take Nick
Kurtz.
There you go.
Let's see.
Ben's biscuits are burning.
Danny in Chula Vista says, guys, not only did he play his first game in Sacramento, but he never went to college. I thought he went to Duke.
I played for Coach K, right?
Yes, he did. They were on TV. God, dare I say more than Leave It to Beaver reruns.
That's what I'm remembering.
When we come back, the NBA news is next.
Stay up to date on Sacramento sports. Join the Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit sacktownsports.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter? Right? And the best part? They accept Discover. Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer. Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times. Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants? These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
If you're not looking for a brand new car, at Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. We've kept only the best of our trades, and our buyer has found some of the finest pre-owned Hondas available in Northern California. You can see for yourself at elkgrovehonda.com. Whether you purchase a brand new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, your car buying experience will be the same. We have the right Honda at the right price. You'll find us in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
This very minute at the Hagen Oaks driving range, you'll find fun gaming on all 52 Top Tracer screens, where golfers and newbies enjoy the fun together. Compete against friends at the Hagen Oaks driving range, or play 9 holes on the McKenzie putting course. Enjoy the free concert schedule and visit the Hangout Eats and Drinks for wood-fired pizzas, burgers, ice cream, and more, or relax with a beverage. It's all happening at the Hagen Oaks driving range, nightly until 2 a.m., Fulton Avenue at Business 80.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Well, as we hit the home stretch in 2025, there seems little doubt that Nick Kurtz will become the American League Rookie of the Year, and even a chance that Kurtz and Jacob Wilson will finish 1-2, and also the chance that Wilson will become the A's first rookie ever to win the American League batting title.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge?
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacramento's official home of the 49ers.
San Francisco.
Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
For you.
Yeah, I had a breakthrough yesterday.
on making pizza. I tried to get over
This
the
had
weekend.
to be a proud moment.
Oh,
you were
dude,
like 0 for 5.
I was almost in tears, man, because I even took a picture of the pizza, the dough pack, because God bless Betty Crocker. I love her.
Wonderful lady.
Inventor of the Impossible Cheeseburger Pie and so much more. Bisquick, so much stuff, right? It was this old bag of Betty Crocker pizza dough that we'd had forever. And I tried doing pizzas again on Saturday for the first time in forever. Failed again. My son even didn't want me to do it because of how angry I get. So yesterday, it's like 1 p.m. I woke up from my nap. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give it a try again. I've been watching all these videos. Maybe I didn't flour the pizza peel enough again. I don't know. Maybe I waited too long. I'm just going to do everything they tell me to do. So I made the pizza dough, which is like a 10-minute process. That's it. And it started stretching out fine. I actually was able to make the biggest circle I've ever made. As you can see, not a perfect circle, but
pretty good though.
Then I just did simple cheese, sauce, and pepperoni. And it slid right off the peel into the oven. It cooked up. I'm going to show a picture, Jason, on the screen here. It's kind of out of focus. But
there
look
you
at
go.
that.
Yeah.
Like
quality. A lot of pepperoni per square inch.
A lot of pepperoni. There, you think they could see it? So.
All right, so it looks good. Most importantly, taste.
It tasted great.
Yeah,
it did.
Filling?
It was, dare I say, almost a thinner crust than you would, because all of my crusts have basically been a biscuit, like thick and just too much dough. This was like little, not crunchy at all and not overcooked, but like there was a little bit of a snap to it.
Mm-hmm.
It was fresh. It was like, dare I say, and I'm being honest because I've been very open about my failures at this. If I got served, other than the shape, if I got served that pizza at a pizza place, I would eat it and be like, oh, it's some good pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wouldn't be like, there's something weird about this. So I told you guys during the break, I literally ordered a case of this pizza dough, so we'll never be without it. We'll have a ton of pizza dough coming in the mail today. The packets.
Mm-hmm.
And dare I say, maybe we have pizza night at the house.
Maybe.
Watch Top Gun Maverick.
Yep.
Make our own pizzas. You guys tell me what toppings you want in advance.
Pop Star double feature.
Fine with that. A lot of time to commit to hanging out, but let's go.
Well, you're not going to like my attitude through Top Gun, so.
That's why we have to watch it last.
Pizza.
Huh? Yeah,
That's
exactly. Fred VanVleet. That sucks.
Yeah,
we just talked yesterday about outlawing injuries, and Fred VanVleet and Nick Bosa are both out for the year.
Yeah, and they're different in a sense that, Bosa happens in season, so you're already kind of in the flow. Yeah. This is like you haven't even started the season. There's so much excitement in Houston, anticipation, and an injury like that. Now, it gives them a little time to try to regroup.
Yes.
But without the cap room, the only way they can get better at that spot is via trade. And I don't know if they want to break up any of that spot. Now, we were talking about this earlier, but this is the one thing I didn't bring up then. A lot of people were wondering about when the Kings were interested in Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Right.
I thought, if you're looking at it from the positives as to why, one, it's another skilled player, competition in the backcourt, that kind of thing, even though it's an area they're kind of filled with. But as a potential trade.
Yeah.
Now I wouldn't be surprised if I don't think everybody's coveting Russell Westbrook, but that's
Sure.
a guy that Houston should probably call again.
I also wonder if Houston might make a phone call in state
to
the Spurs.
They've got quite a few point guards.
They do. They have a glut of point guards, dare I say. I don't know how the problem is I think realistically, Jason, unless the whole trade gets completely out of hand, I think the only one they could legitimately go after would probably be the rookie. Because, by the way, where is Chris Paul? Where'd he go?
Clippers.
because I don't think the problem I was reading about with Houston is that they got cap issues, apron issues, especially with the acquisition of Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. That's why Dylan Harper might be the one salary wise, but I don't know what Houston has. Look, obviously they could trade Amin Thompson or Sengun or whatever. Fine, but that's not going to do anything for the Rockets. And as you pointed out very accurately earlier, I don't know how stripped down their draft pick situation is.
Right.
After that Durant acquisition with the Suns. So I don't know what they can do unless they just go to the free agent market. But if there's a free agent, if there's a free agent out there, which
would be Westbrook, right? But
that's I think there's a couple other. I mean, we just went through this. But also, as we talked about earlier, I'm very interested to see how Reed Shepherd does for them. I think this is a very good opportunity for Reed Shepherd. I think a lot of people forgot. He's probably one of the most obscure number 3 picks in recent memory, because it was last year he was the number 3 pick. He hasn't been getting time.
Well, and think about across the league now: Halliburton, point guard.
Yeah.
Lillard, point guard. Van Vliet, point guard. I mean, these are three pretty good
all-stars.
That are not going to be playing.
Wow.
And besides Tatum too, but I mean, I'm just going point guard position. So it's an important position in the sport. It's not the most important one for the Rockets, but again, they went all in on Durant, and they were been good the last couple of years, really good last year, and they thought there's an opportunity here for them to jump maybe to the top of the West, and that this is really going to do some damage on that.
Shepherd averaged 8 minutes in October, 13, 12, 5, 12, got up to 17 and a half minutes in March.
I don't even remember if he played in the postseason.
He did. He played a grand total of 10 minutes in 3 games. By the way, that was a best of 7, and he played 2 7 and 1 minutes against the Warriors.
Yeah.
Now, when he played his 17 and a half minutes in March, he averaged 9.3 points, 2 boards, little over 3 assists on 48 and 41 splits. 41 from 3-point land isn't the worst.
Right.
And he had a game on the 3rd of March, I'm just looking here, where he played 31 minutes, and he had 25 points, 5 assists. I think they were just purposely, remember, he was 19 last year. I think they were purposely bringing him along incredibly slowly last year. I think that's part of the reason why they had obviously they have Fred VanVleet because he's Fred VanVleet, but what a good example, especially when you look at Fred's road through the NBA, far different than Reed Shepherd, for him to kind of learn from, especially on a team that is that incredibly young. So I think what's going to be lost in a lot, and by the way, maybe Reed Shepherd isn't ready and he comes out and he sucks, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's, when I heard Fred went down, my first thought was that sucks. My very next thought was, oh, okay. Because when the Kings were looking for point guard,
right?
I think we actually talked about this on the show. One of the things I was hoping they'd try to do, and maybe they did, is poke around on Reed Shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can get him at a discount, and that's the type of guy I think that would be worth a flyer. I think this kid's going to be really, really good. So I think one of the offshoots of this VanVleet story is going to be hopefully the emergence of Reed Shepherd, who's going to have a lot on his shoulders. And by the way, Jason, not for nothing, but when you do look at the Rockets and their setup, there are some maneuverable pieces there. They're not completely screwed. They can move some stuff around point guard wise. Let me bring it up. Whether they slide Amin Thompson up or Aaron Holiday, you can have I don't think any of those guys are going to be the long-term full-time solution, but they're going to have some room to maneuver.
Yeah. And now it just gets back to, like, if you're looking at them without them playing a game, how damaging do you think it is right now to them, to their chances of what I think they wanted to do was compete for a championship?
I don't think they were going to win the championship, full stop. But I definitely could. If you told me they were going to be the 2 seed and play OKC in the Western Conference Finals, I could believe that.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you're making the list of teams,
yeah,
and Thunder, obviously.
But I think unless they make a move,
they're out of that.
I think they are.
Is there anyone else in the West then?
Let's take a look.
Or is it just the Thunders to
I think it's I personally believe the Oklahoma City Thunder, bar the only 2 things that are going to stop the Thunder over the next 5 or 6 years is going to be money or injuries.
Yeah.
I know this is hyperbole, but those who listen know I've been on this Thunder bandwagon for a while now. I think they're a dynasty. I really do. I think they've got the NBA pretty much locked down for the next 5 years. Unless, and actually when I say injury or money, I put money ahead of injury. Now, Sam Presti, who is the best GM in the league, in my opinion, is already doing some very smart things to lock some guys down. He's been very smart about that. But at some point, these things, the bill gets due. But barring injury, if they're able to keep that team together for the most part, I don't know who's beating them.
Yeah, I mean, now they've got the experience. Now they've done it.
Yes.
They had the wounds before. Now it's a little different when you're the one people are chasing.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean they can't do it again. They still have, I mean, they didn't age out in any area of their roster. So coach is growing with them. The players are growing. SGA just won an MVP. Like it's great to be the Thunder in a terrific spot. They just won one, and they're the favorites again.
The starting lineup is 26, 27, 23, 24, and then if Caruso starts, which he doesn't, 31. Oh, by the way, not for nothing, but they're about to get a 20-year-old Nikola Topic from the year before, who, by all accounts, is a lottery-level player, if not top 5. And when you look, I don't know if you've ever really taken a good long look at Topic's film, but this kid is a blast to watch. It's the rich getting richer. I know that's not a fun take because and look, things can happen, and I guarantee you, there's people out there like But to your point, Jason, I look at the West. Who is challenging a relatively healthy Thunder team next year? The Mavs. Well, Cooper Flagg's a rookie. It's like 19, 20 years old. And Davis and Irving. I don't think so, but I think they could be a top 5 team. The Nuggets, probably. Arguably their biggest challenge in the West. I don't think it's the Warriors. Again, I think the Warriors I think a lot of these teams could be top 5 teams, but I'm talking about challenging the Thunder. The Rockets were the one team that they're kind of in that similar mold of just young, and some of these guys can jump out of the gym and are crazy. The Clippers, and obviously I'm not forgetting about the Timberwolves. A lot went right for the Timberwolves last year.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards is a super stud. You've got your Memphises, your Lakers. Who's challenging the Thunder?
Yeah, there's a lot of teams. I thought Houston could.
I'm with you.
I think this injury is going to really do some damage, but I think there's a lot of good teams. I think then it's just going to come down to matchups. Who bothers them? Where you just go, I don't know that they're better than them,
right,
but that's a matchup that particularly. And I have to go to areas that you think, okay, like Jokic, that would be one. You're like, okay, how on earth do they stop him? They got a lot of guys that will guard him, but how do they stop? Remember, they were putting Caruso on him. They were just trying different things. I think they're pretty unique. I don't know. Barring injury, I think OKC is a considerable favorite.
Now, when you look at last year, they were pushed to the brink by Denver,
right?
And then in the NBA Finals, let's not forget. Do I think the Thunder would have won the Finals? Yeah, but there's no guarantee if Halliburton's healthy.
Yeah, it was Game 7. He got hurt.
That's exactly right. Now Halliburton's not around this year. I think but when you're looking at teams that could possibly challenge the Thunder, the Pacers, obviously, Denver, Houston, but now you're dealing with 2 of those 3 teams that we mentioned both their point guards are gone for the year.
Yeah.
So it's shaping up for the Thunder. I mean, nobody wants to see an injury, but this has been nothing but really good news for the Thunder since last year's finals into the offseason.
Yeah, and then I hear people talking about, like, for the East, how it's so wide open. And I think that thought is because of Indiana having their injury and Boston having their injury. But, I mean, Cleveland had the best record. The Knicks were one of the better teams. They're back and as good as either. I mean, I think Mike Brown's going to do great with the Knicks.
I think he is too. And I think I weirdly enough, because Boston's out, Jason Tatum, that's not going to happen. Indiana's out, as we talked about. I think the Knicks are maybe that's the one. If you said who can beat the Thunder, I think the Knicks are a really interesting team.
You think the Cavs could have? Like when they played in the regular season, it was split.
Yeah.
They have to get there. They didn't get there, but
I don't know. I don't have as much confidence in the Cavs as I do the Knicks. The Cavs were a better team last year, full stop. But I think from a matchup standpoint, I think the Knicks, if they get new coach, here's what's going to be really interesting about the Knicks is on one hand, say what you want about Tom Thibodeau. He's a successful NBA coach who gets a ton out of his players. The problem is he gets too much out of his players. So now you have Mike Brown, who is the antithesis. Not that he's soft, but Mike is a player's coach. He's friendly. He knows these guys. He understands he's a culture builder. We saw this. So are next year's Knicks going to be the team that already was very good and now has the bricks taken off of their feet and they're in the honeymoon phase with Mike Brown and they just absolutely run the East next year? Or could it be a situation where Mike does a fine job, but Tom Thibodeau got everything he could? He squozed every drop of blood out of the turnip. And it's one of my top 2 or 3 storylines to watch for this NBA season is the Tibbs go bye-bye, the Mike Brown effect on the Knicks.
Yeah.
By the way, did Tibbs land somewhere?
No.
Interesting.
Interesting.
He's still out there. But the Knicks are a team, when I look at that roster, just like when I look at OKC, the Knicks should be like there ain't a lot of weakness on the Knicks, man. And that defense, dude. When you're going Jalen Brunson, stud. Mikal Bridges, stud two-way guy. Josh Hart, best rebounding guard in the league, one of those glue dudes. OG Anunoby, he's OG Anunoby, and then you have Kat, a center who won the three-point shooting contest 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's, to me...
They have enough depth?
No. That's their weakness. It is. They are top-heavy. You need all those guys playing 40-something minutes a night in the playoffs. But if healthy... And if you run those guys in the ground and that bench just doesn't embarrass them, that's the one team I could see beating. That is the one team in the NBA I see matching up.
I was going to say based on
with
matchups.
the Thunder.
Yeah.
Yes. That is the team I go, okay,
Yeah, and the league is, like I said before, at the league meetings and other times, just proud of 7 different champions and all that. But, I mean, I think OKC's pretty considerable favorites. And so if it's back to a repeat this year, that would be fine.
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting if that streak continues with an 8th team winning it.
By the way, based on what I said just now, if you gave me a choice between picking the Thunder and the Field, I'd take the Field.
Okay.
Just because
better odds.
It just is. And the way things work, it's just, I hate to think like this, but someone's going to get hurt. Something's going to happen. Something's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Boston won the year before. It seemed like they would win again this last year.
Absolutely right.
They didn't age out. They didn't have injuries going into the year.
It's going to be a weird year for Kings fans, too, in the following sense. Watching that's something we focus so much on De'Aaron Fox in San Antonio and the idea that, well, they could be a lot better this year. Maybe not, but they could be. And then watching De'Aaron excel with the Spurs, what we're kind of not paying enough attention to. And maybe it's the right way to do it is not pay attention. But You may also, there is a scenario where you see the Spurs as like one of the surprise teams this year, and the New York Knicks in the finals with Mike Brown.
Oh gosh,
we're not paying enough attention to the fact that okay, De'Aaron, that's cute and all. Mike Brown's got like a legit title contender.
Do you think if that happened, that Kings fans would? Well, I know they'd hang on to it, but would they be mad about that?
About Mike Brown
having success and that kind of success?
Not at Mike Brown.
Yeah,
not at Mike Brown.
Right.
I think any anger would be sweet. Well, they just won or visited the NBA Finals, or he's deep into the Eastern Conference Finals. Not good enough for Sacramento, but good enough to go to the biggest fishbowl in the entire sports universe and take that team to these lofty expectations or whatever.
Which I think he can do. I really do. I'm a big fan of his. I think he's going to do a good job there in New York.
I think he's going to do a really good job. I think as bad as the Mike Brown thing was handled here, I think it's a Shawshank moment where he crawled through 200 yards of crap smelling filth, and he ends up doing just fine in New York next year.
To be fair, Mike Brown definitely wasn't the Knicks' first choice. Probably wasn't top 5 choice.
No.
They thought that they were going to get somebody big to come in.
They did.
And those plans kind of
got
away
it's funny.
from them.
It's funny how those things work. But I don't think I think Mike cares at this point. He got paid.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that works. Do the Kings still have to pay him, or does that? I never know that, or do they stop paying him once he gets a job with another team?
I forget that too. There's probably some wording in your contracts on that, but
because I know if I go to another radio station tomorrow, obviously I still get paid out the rest of my 10-year deal here. I think you do too.
10 years?
10,
Oh, wow.
10, yeah.
I only worked out an 8-year deal.
We'll take a break. When we come back, What's on Deck brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing, and Gonzalez Law is going to give us a word through the avatar of Jason Ross and bring everybody up to date on what's going on over there. We'll be right back after this.
The Alan Styles Show.
Brock's bro, Chubba, he's on Nevada and wasn't great. Why didn't we ever hear about him? You answered your own question, Jeff, because he's not very good. Look, man, it's your 5th year at UNR. You are now Preston, not calling you Chubba. How old is he?
He is 24 years old, a 6th-year starter, never won a college football game.
We use your government name.
You can listen to the Alan Styles Show Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on 1140 a.m., YouTube, and the Sacktown Sports app.
Let me tell you a little bit about Gonzalez Law. The lawyer there is Jonathan Gonzalez. You can give him a call at 916-304-9187. Go to sacklegaldefense.com to find out more. And here's the kind of stuff that you will find. An experienced lawyer, lots of years of experience in our community. One of us in Sacramento. His office is in downtown Sacramento, and you'll see those commercials on TV with law firms and figureheads, TV spokespeople, and you're like, oh, they seem trustworthy, or that's the person I like to call. Well, you don't get to that person. So how about someone that's here, that's reachable, that's tangible, that will represent you in a many different ways, whether it's a car accident, you need some assistance there. Maybe it's a wrongful termination case, sexual harassment case, or criminal defense. All those things are needed when you need representation. But how about an expungement? Something that's happened in your past that you just can't shake. This is following you around, and you would like it removed from your record to give you some of your rights back. Well, he can do that and has done that for a lot of people. It's called an expungement. And Jonathan Gonzalez has specialized in that very field. So that's an area of need or other representation. Again, sacklegaldefense.com. It's Gonzalez Law, 916-304-9187.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson. Paid for by Action Matters.
Attention former and present inmates of women's prisons in California. If you are currently or were an inmate of Central California Women's Facility in Chowchilla, also known as Chowchilla Women's Facility, Valley State Prison for Women in Chowchilla, Institute for Women in Chino, or Folsom Women's Facility in Represa, and were a victim of sexual abuse, now is the time to come forward, as you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. If you were an inmate at any of these prisons at any time and were subjected to sexual abuse from staff members, you may be entitled to substantial cash compensation. Call our California Women's Prison Helpline now at 800-408-1240. The deadline to file a claim may be close. Call now to get the justice, closure, and the financial settlement you deserve. Even if it was long ago, call our law firm's Women's Prison Sexual Abuse Helpline right now at 800-408-1240. 800-408-1240. 800-408-1240.
This Sacktown Sports 49ers report is brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, located beside the Vacaville outlets. Eddie Pinheiro hit a walk-off 35-yard field goal to lift the Niners to a thrilling 16-15 win over Arizona. Mac Jones made his second start for the injured Brock Purdy and led the team down the field in the final 2 minutes to set up that field goal. Ricky Pearsall had his best game as a Niner, catching 8 passes for 117 yards. Niners are back in action at home this Sunday versus Jacksonville. You can catch all the action beginning at noon right here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins. Ladies and gentlemen,
this is going to be fun.
It's time for What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing.
What's on deck? Brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. I'm just trying to make a jingle. Well, I can tell you what's on
buckets
deck this weekend. Nice shot. Jackson Dart will be starting for the Giants.
Jackson Start.
Nice. Your thoughts on that first name, Jason?
Great name.
It's a great name.
Except for he spells it funny.
I was going to say your thoughts on the spelling.
That's fine.
Jaxson. By the way,
there's an X and an S?
Jaxson.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Jaxon would have been a better spelling. I don't know.
So it's not Jackson, it's Jackson.
It's Jackson.
Yes.
Which is, weirdly enough, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
I am Jack's son. I don't know if I've ever asked you this before. Odds are I have 50 times, but I don't remember. The J-Man, where did that name come from?
We're talking one day. It was actually my wife, my mother, and my sister-in-law, and we were just talking about different names and we had a whole bunch of different names out there. And then I actually said, I had an uncle Jack. What about just a simple Jack? And his name was Jack Ross, but it was like, by
the way, that's a hell of a name.
It is.
Jack Ross is a strong name.
Jack Ross, middle linebacker.
You got to remember when
100%.
Jason's uncle was around, so probably War of 1812?
Oh, you're saying related to Betsy? Is that where you're going? Come on, man. Listen, why do you even work with him?
I don't.
So Jack Ross,
Jack, and then it was like, hey, and then what about Jackson? And then it was like Jackson. And I don't know that we had the name like locked in, but I think we were pretty good on it. But also we were, which I'm finding out now way more than ever, very rare. We didn't know the sex of the baby. So up till birth. And I think I've told you this, but I don't think you're going to remember this until I say it. Do you know what our girl's name was?
No.
Jack Daughter.
You don't know what our girl's name was?
Jane? Jalva. I should know.
You should.
I think I know.
Okay.
I'm just like, I don't think I've heard you say it. But
I don't know if I've ever told you Chris, but I've told Dave. So by that, I feel like Chris is getting it.
It's like, but Dave really should get it.
Yes.
Avery?
Uh-huh.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
You've told me that?
Mm-hmm.
How do I not remember that?
Think about that. If Jason has a daughter, your daughter has a different name. It's probably going to
Jackson.
UCLA.
Right.
Yeah, we like the name Avery.
That's wow. And the thing with Avery, one of the reasons we chose Avery is because it was androgynous. We didn't know either if it was, so it was, if we'd had a son, it would have been Avery. That was Gene Hackman's name in The Firm.
Yeah.
We had Steve Avery, Braves pitcher. Avery Johnson.
Oh my gosh, you're just lame.
Well, why is it lame?
So it could have been like Jason and Jackson, Alva, Avery. They're similar.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah. And not that we planned it that way. Just that's what we were looking at.
That's cool. Middle name? Any
Jackson?
significant? Yeah.
For Avery, I don't know that we had that. I don't remember.
Wow,
Jackson
we could have
is,
both. Now I'm wondering if you had a daughter and her name was Avery, would I have still named my daughter Avery? I feel
like I would have been a little bit ahead. Avery's what, 18?
18 in a week from Sunday.
So yeah, about 5 years. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Avery.
Did you have other names?
She was going to be Peyton.
Okay.
She was going to be Peyton up until like 3 weeks before we had her. And then my sister, I will forever give her credit. She was up. And my sister's so great about this stuff because, that can be a sensitive thing.
Yeah.
And she came to me because just in case like Melissa really loved the name, she didn't want to. And she was like, set the screen. That's a terrible name. Oh. And she's going to get made fun of.
For Peyton?
I know. And I was like, well, what do you mean, Peyton? It just sounds so stuck up. I was like, she just didn't like the name. Okay. And she got into my head.
Yeah.
I'm sure we have a bunch of listeners with daughters named
That's
Peyton,
what I'm saying.
Who weren't made fun of at all.
I was going to name my daughter Peyton. So,
Yeah.
I mean, blame my sister, not me. But then in the end, Avery and Peyton were right next to each other in our naming rights. But we ended up naming Avery, and then her middle name is J-A-Y, as my dad's initials are AJ. So it was a direct,
Gotcha.
hey, how are you doing to him?
Yeah, now that I think about it, we were also, for a while, we were on Walker.
Walker? Oh, my God. Okay,
Well, I'll be damned.
Listen, how do I say this? Obviously, I love the name Avery.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson's a phenomenal name. I can't imagine another name. Walker Ross is like top 10 grade. Let me tell you something. Walker Ross breaks all the records at Utah for passing yards and touchdowns.
No.
Walker Ross obviously has his own TV show, but also either CEO or president. I don't know.
I don't think
you don't think Walker Ross,
because that's what we're going to be saying to Jason in like 2-3 years.
I don't know why you work with him.
It's not fine. It's just,
was it always Mason? Do you have
weirdly,
names?
it was.
Yeah.
Weirdly, it was. And his middle name's Riley. You know where we got that from?
SNL.
I don't know. I have no idea why his middle name's Riley. To this day.
Tell me the story, Dad. I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's because we wanted each.
Were you afraid he was going to go with his middle name instead of Mason?
I was a little.
And you picked a name that he wouldn't go.
That's the thing. When Avery Mason, back when we named, those are not popular names. Mason's incredibly popular now, but it wasn't popular back then. But his middle name, right? We wanted one androgynous name for both kids. Avery was, could go both ways. Same with Riley. Hello. But yeah, he although his initials are Mr., so that's kind of funny. MR. So what is with him? Anyways, I think he made the right decision.
Okay. You feel good about it.
You should feel good. Yeah. By the way, don't get me wrong. Jackson Ross is a
strong
name.
Yeah.
I feel like Walker Ross, that's like a Civil War hero. Walker Ross.
For which side?
What's on tap?
What's on tap and deck?
No football.
No.
What is on deck?
Baseball.
Football.
What football?
What football? Tuesday night football.
The start of the Carabao Cup week.
Oh, our game isn't even till tomorrow, dude. Yeah, Man City, Huddersfield Town tomorrow. I do not care about this game. It ain't gonna be pretty. And it'll probably be like 2 or 3-0. Here's my goal. Last time they beat us 5-0.
Okay. Will you score?
I think we will.
Good news, Kevin De Bruyne is not playing this.
Okay. Isn't he not with them anymore?
He's in Napoli.
Oh, see? Oh, Kevin De Bruyne. Weirdly enough, the birth of the Sabonis chant came from Kevin De Bruyne. Not a lot of people know that. Mets and Cubs today. That's big because, the Mets and all. Mariners play the Rockies. Well, good for them. Dodgers, Diamondbacks. Pods are in the playoffs, but they take on the Brewers. That's a nice matchup. And the A's host the Astros. Chance to be a nice spoiler here.
Yeah, for the A's, they've done that already a little bit here at the end of the beating up on the Red Sox, beating up on the Reds.
Screw you, Houston.
Yeah.
And
no trash cans allowed.
But by far the game of the day, 3:40 p.m. Tigers at Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
Is that? Can you buy just
a week's worth of league.
Yes.
I don't know. It'd be a deal.
Yes, that would be phenomenal. I gotta see that game. Tigers Guardians.
Gotta see it.
Cleveland's gonna be rocking.
You know, Cleveland rocks.
They do rock. Give me sorry. I just got this on my phone here. Give me the breaking. This isn't anything crazy, but it's like eyebrow raised. Give me that breaking news.
When it breaks,
We have it first.
it's Sacktown Sports breaking news.
The Major Arena Soccer League, or as I like to call it, Masshole, announced today that league owners have voted unanimously to award 2 expansion teams to the Sacramento Cordova region. Okay, full stop for a second. Has anyone ever heard of the Sacramento? Is that a thing? The Sacramento Cordova region?
I've heard of Sacramento and I've heard of Cordova.
Rancho Cordova.
They're together.
Is there a Sacramento Roseville? Is Sacramento Grove? Okay.
Where's that going to take place?
Isn't there talk about an arena?
Well, there is. So, with the addition of both a men's and women's team for Massel and Maslow, respectively, the team will debut in the fall of 2027 at the pending new Cordova Arena. Select Massel games are broadcast on the CBS Sports Golazo network.
Golazo.
The proposed Cordova Arena would become a new home for sports, concerts, and community events in Rancho Cordova, including hosting the new Major Arena Soccer League teams. The arena is part of a larger vision to create a vibrant destination that drives economic growth and brings people together through year-round entertainment. Here's a quote. Bringing a Major Arena Soccer League team to Rancho Cordova means our new arena will be anchored by one of the most exciting high-energy sports around. Arena soccer is fast, fun, and built for families and fans across the region. Fans across the region are going to love it. Oh, God.
What?
I would just like to preemptively apologize for what I'm about to do here. I legitimately and sorry. I'm going to do my best. Said Charanjit Tiwana Purewal. I would say 7 out of 10.
Okay. I don't know.
Sorry, Charanjit or Mr. or Mrs. I don't know Purewal. Co-founder and president of Co's Pure Development. Co's Pure, K-O-Z. Co's? This team will not only fill the arena with excitement, but also spark new life in the surrounding development, creating a destination for sports and entertainment that Rancho Cordova can be proud of. Hey, let's keep growing.
Where's the other place?
The other what?
The second team.
That's the women's team. They got a men's team and a women's team.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I said Massel, which is the men's, and then Massel, which is the women's. Well, all right. You know what? I will say this. I watched arena soccer back in the day when it was
Knights. They were great.
It's actually really fun.
They were champions.
It's actually really, really fun. Yeah, Chris McDonald and the gang. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's old school. Also, Rancho
Shooter McGavin played for the
what? No, not that one. Also, I refer to Rancho Cordova as that place that's just too far for me to go.
Rancho Cordova, what Chris confuses Carmichael with.
It's just there's no easy way to get to Rancho Cordova unless you're on the 50 corridor.
There's no easy way out.
There's no shortcut home. There's a short. What?
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 When we come back, crosstalk, celebrity birthdays, and more right after this.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
She has yet to lose since she's gone there. I'm not saying anything. Broke into the top 25 this week. UCLA having a rough year. Maybe this year. Come on over to the. All right, Jason laughs. Hopefully he'll be back for 3. Oh my God! He's got the double hand wave.
You can listen to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 1140 a.m. YouTube or the Sacktown Sports app.
You waited a lifetime for this moment. Now it's time to celebrate. the official collection. The Oklahoma City Thunder, NBA champions. Available now at NBA Store. A Fanatics experience.
This National Recovery Month, start your recovery journey. Choose a proven addiction treatment option that's right for you at choosechangec8.org.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So my sandwich shop was opening in a week and I needed signage.
A week is plenty of time to panic.
I went to Staples. They printed banners, posters, and flyers to promote my grand opening.
All in time for your grand closing.
Nope, I had it same day. I even got $125 off my order.
Hold the onions. For all your business printing, Staples.
That was easy.
Now save up to $125 on custom print orders. In-store and online, same day if ordered by 12 p.m. Into 11/1. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning?
RV wins!
Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping?
RV wins!
Are we getting a new passport or cruising up the coast?
RV wins!
Don't forget, you got the trip to Sweden coming up.
Oh, yeah, passport, then RV.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
24 monthly bill credits on Experience Beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro 256 gigs $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with primetime football. It's back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game. Offering the best food, best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region and conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
The deals are on now at the model year-end sales event at Balsam Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save on year-end models and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
What happened?
Headphones.
What a rookie. Headphones. You need those? We got an extra pair here. Okay, you got them. She's I went up I went up. He's having medication. Yeah. I went. I did the show from Tahoe Thursday and my place up the hill Friday, and I remembered all my remote stuff except my headphones.
Except for he made you get a brand new pair of beautiful.
So you had to.
So Thursday, I did the show with a phone to my ear for the first 2 hours.
Gosh.
Yeah, for real, with the echo and everything.
No
and then Scott's
to
earbuds.
hear him,
and then to hear him.
Oh, that is
everything.
terrible.
And then Scotty the Body Marsh was up there for the same event. So when he woke up around 8:15, which by the way, did we even? Is that too hot?
Scorching.
I'm sorry.
Lava. Thank you though.
But hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Jason didn't know that we have hot chocolate in the Keurig because it says mocha, but it's not really mocha. It's hot chocolate.
I don't think I knew that either.
See, you learn something every day.
I don't drink coffee, so that's actually.
Yeah. So hot chocolate. Sure, Mike's.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Oh,
yeah, I put it on.
Oh, okay.
You probably can't hear me.
I couldn't hear. Now I can.
Okay.
Good morning.
Morning,
How are
guys.
you?
I'm good.
How was yesterday?
It was fun.
Yeah.
It's different. I mean, you come in, you don't really know anybody. You're like meeting everybody for the first time, but everyone here is awesome. So I had fun. I'm being nice.
She didn't meet everybody, guys.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the three of you guys did a great job.
Thank you.
Honestly, it was a good listen. I
you.
enjoyed it, and we'll look forward to listening to the three of you again today. It was good.
Yeah.
Fun.
It was
Lots
good.
of stuff.
Three best friends.
A lot of stuff to get to.
Three best friends.
Sorry, I didn't pay that off. I got Scott's AirPods, which by the way, is gross, right?
I hate AirPods,
disgusting.
by the way.
All
suck.
all credit to
Ew.
Scott, by the way, but like, I don't like putting things
Sure,
inside
fair.
of me that
You're
belong to
fair.
other
Well,
people.
all right. Well,
Wait, what did you
Okay,
say?
like that.
I don't
Can you
like.
do that,
Okay,
please?
immatures.
Mm.
I don't
Gross.
like
Fair,
your
thank you.
AirPods go inside your ears.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
were inside his ears. That's gross. We can all agree. Isn't that gross?
Yes.
And it's not like Scott's gross.
No,
he would think
no.
the same thing. I would hope he did. But he was nice enough to let me use his
Yeah,
AirPods.
for sure.
And then I sacrificed my toothbrush when I was done. To get
I
like,
think that's the grossest part.
no, because I
your
cleaned them
toothbrush?
with like
With the
soap
thing
and
that
water.
goes in your mouth.
No, but I used soap. I did.
Is
I
this
did.
guy
I
serious?
I
Is he
soap and
serious?
hot watered it. Yeah, I don't want to give him back
Use
my.
a
Is it a
napkin.
brand new toothbrush?
Yeah, I was fairly new.
Fairly new.
Completely new. But I did use soap and hot water because I can't get the whatever, the Kleenex or whatever you use. I can't get it in the little hole.
Yeah, you could. Just
Anyways,
Really
so
twist it.
then the next day, oh, you mean like make a
Yes.
little twist?
Yes,
Oh, I see what you're.
yes.
Okay. So then the next day I go to Target that evening thinking, okay, I'm dialed right.
Well, thanks.
I go to get headphones, and they're all the only headphones they had the tiny plug, and the Rodecaster, the thing I use, needs a big plug. Yeah, exactly. So they had one set of headphones left that was Bluetooth that I could use, and they were unicorn headphones for kids with the horn and the lit up ears.
Let's go.
Yeah,
So you bought them.
I bought them and wore them. That's how I did the show Friday. That was
That's a great story.
that was a whole thing about. I was trying to make it so you didn't feel bad about your headphone situation.
Thank you. And I actually enjoyed the story. It was
Thank
very
you.
funny.
Thank you.
Oh my
What
goodness. So
is
he's
it?
showing us a picture.
Oh yeah. I mean,
That's amazing.
I thought you lost a bet, or I thought it was like maybe your daughters. From
You give them to the
way
kids?
back.
Well, she will now. Yeah, those will be going to her this weekend.
Okay.
You're keeping it.
Those,
You're keeping it.
I
I
do
know
have
you.
those Hello Kitty headphones. Still.
I was like, I thought you had
Yeah,
some
I
that
had,
were
when she was
of
like
the spirit.
4, she picked out some Hello Kitty. This is when I got fired from here. I did the podcast.
Oh yeah, what's that like?
Yeah. I'll let you know soon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wore Hello Kitty headphones during the podcast.
I mean, you
know,
can rock it all.
Yeah, your kid wants you to wear headphones. You wear the
Why
headphones.
not?
Right.
Comfortable in my own skin.
Exactly.
Not really.
Confident.
You know what else I'm confident about? The taste of crumble cookies.
good.
You know, anytime
I've never had them. By the way.
Oh, we got to get
So
Chris
can
here.
we please, when you guys have them on the show, I'm in.
Are you
Yeah.
still here on Friday or no?
No. Save one for me and mail it to me.
Mail you a crumble
There
cookie?
you go.
Sure.
We'll figure that
Yeah.
out. Is today your last day or?
No,
Thursday.
Thursday.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
here until Thursday?
Yeah.
Well,
Got some
put
time.
out a feeler at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah,
Sure.
So
I
you
think
see what
so.
Chris is doing.
Yep.
Crumble cookies. Hey, when out of town sports talk show hosts come in to hang out, the one way to make them feel welcome,
Right.
crumble cookies.
Good.
Oh.
That's a
Noted.
cookie.
Love
Noted.
cookies.
Jason Ross.
All right, on this day, which is September 23rd,
It is.
Dave, yesterday you said the best show ever is West Wing.
That's
well,
right.
truly the best show ever is Modern Family.
Oh.
And it came out on this day of what year?
2011.
2010.
I'll go 8.
2007.
We have a tie between Chris and Kayla. It is 2009.
As long as it's not other Chris.
Yeah, no.
Wait, why am I other Chris? He's other Chris.
I probably should be.
Well, then what do I call? Oh, so I refer to you as Chris and him as other Chris?
Yeah.
Probably.
Not going to do that.
All right, happy birthday today to Bruce Springsteen.
Oh. Streets, Philadelphia.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Baby, I was born.
Really good.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
ones?
What is Bruce even in the room?
Yeah, I
Is
think
he
he's
in the
here.
room?
I think he's here. 68.
That's a great guess. 69.
Nope.
Mm.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
72.
74.
Oh.
Other Chris?
Other Chris.
What?
No.
New Chris.
For love. New Chris. He's close. 76 for the boss.
Wow. Old
Yeah.
boss. More like CEO.
Birthday to Jason Alexander.
Oh, yeah.
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Also, the movie North.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
Oh,
good
it's a great movie.
Shallow Hal.
Shallow House.
Can't get that out of my
Princess
head.
Bride. He was
Princess Bride?
Yeah, remember they was one who was like, never make a deal
That's
with a
right.
Sicilian. And
That's a good
yeah,
movie.
it's a great movie. Jason Alexander is 66.
67.
69.
68.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Carmichael Dave, 66.
Wow.
Jason Alexander.
Happy
guy.
birthday
You
to
are.
John Harbaugh. Of
Harbaugh.
of the Harbaughs.
He's the younger one, even though John looks older.
Yeah, is he?
John looks younger. Jim looks older, in my opinion.
You imagine that? What if the two of us did a show together? It just sounds like we would be so far all over the place.
Oh,
It would
yeah.
actually
I was
be
warning her
fantastic.
about
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was
It'd
like,
be
I don't
like-
know.
There'd be no breaks
Another
on
layer.
time. That's my fault. Which Harbaugh?
Do you remember? I was just about to say he's not going to
Sorry.
remember which Harbaugh. The dad,
No, it's
Jack.
fine. Jack.
Oh, it's Jack?
No.
I like this. This is one of my people right here.
You really
other
are
brother.
filling in for Alan.
Yeah,
That was an
yes,
Alan
yes.
voice.
Nobody knows this brother's Jesse Harbaugh.
60.
Which one is it, Dave? Who am I talking
Huh?
about? Who?
John.
Yes. Good for you.
John Harbaugh is 65. 64.
Oh, late change.
Yeah, how about that?
65.
Yeah,
All 62.
60.
We have a tie
Oh.
between Chris Watkins and Dave, 63.
Okay.
63.
Yeah.
And he looks good.
Yeah.
Gotta say it.
None of you guys corrected me on the Jason Alexander and Princess Bride thing, huh?
I
So it wasn't
have
right.
no idea.
No,
what
it was,
either
you
of
know,
those
Tom.
things
Yeah.
were.
No one
Wallace,
caught that.
Something.
Yeah, Wallace Simpson? No,
No.
I feel like that's a historical figure.
Hmm.
Okay. Go,
Whoa,
go.
that was
Wow.
angry. That was an adult voice.
Sorry, other Chris is angry. Coming up on the program, a lot of stuff going on. Have the Niners zoned in on a trade for an all-pro edge rusher to replace, damn it, one of the
Take
Bosas,
two.
whichever one hurt his knee. We'll find out next.
The Alan Styles Show.
Brock's bro, Chubba, he's all Nevada and wasn't great. Why didn't we ever hear about him? You answered your own question.